Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Majors TV as the London Majors welcome the Toronto Maple Leafs to town and get set to take them on here. 7:35 first pitch at Labatt Memorial Park. The Environment Canada weather forecast for today's game. It is an absolutely beautiful one out there. The sun is shining and 22 degrees is the temperature at first pitch. Noah Smith and Dylan Baker along for the ride with you guys every set of the way, and the Toronto Maple Leafs come into this game losing 4 straight games. Dylan.
Yes, they have lost 4 straight.
They face some tough opponents, granted, I'll give that to them. But they'll be looking for a turnaround today against the Majors, who have also struggled so far a little bit this season. Only 2 wins on the young year. But both teams looking for a big win tonight. Majors have a busy weekend ahead. The Leafs are coming off 4 straight losses, so it should be a good game.
Yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs, as we've mentioned, 4 straight losses for them, so they are looking to get back into the win column on this Friday evening. But for the London Majors, they have 3 games in 3 days this weekend, so they'd love to get things started on Friday night with a W.
Yeah, for sure, and it's a busy weekend for them. They've got a lot of baseball to be played, and it's always great to start that weekend with a win because it gives you so much confidence going in to the weekend, and you're ready to go and face the 2 teams that lie ahead in Guelph and Kitchener.
I talked to manager Rube Chanardad before the game. We'll play his interview in the first inning as well. But he's excited for the team to kind of get going into this part of the season because the guys, they're starting to get used to each other. They're at the point where they know each other and they're ready to go. So now it's time to play baseball. We've already seen a number of guys from the Majors who are starting to hit the ball a lot better as well.
Yeah, for sure. And the offense is starting to come around. And you know what? As these guys get closer and closer, the team should start showing better results because a team bond is actually quite an important thing for a ball club. And we're starting to see it with the Majors. The season's just getting underway as the Majors have their first busy weekend this weekend. Of course, they did have a relatively busy one last week, but now it's 3 games in 3 days, so this is where things really start to heat up.
And this is where we really get to see the pitching come into play for the London Majors. I mean, you've seen them have busy weekends before, but even those included an off day. This is the first time that we get to see them have a stretch of 3 straight games in 3 straight days, so it's going to be interesting to see. Tonight on the mound, though, we get to see a familiar face for the London Majors in terms of starting pitchers this year, though, as Higuera heads back to the hill.
Yeah, Juliandre Higuera is the starter for the London Majors. Today, he pitched in relief of Sean Hood-Tidman against Welland on Sunday, allowed 1 earned run in 2 innings. Last Friday, he actually got a start against Guelph, pitched 7 innings, only allowing 3 runs, struck out 7, and was dominant on the mound. The Majors will certainly look for something like that again here tonight, and they'll take it.
And we're going to see a different face than we thought we were going to see on the mound as well for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, earlier on we thought we were going to see Jackson Jones on the mound, but turns out they've changed things a little bit on, and we'll mention it right now. The Toronto Maple Leafs were late getting in here. We didn't see the first of the Maple Leafs take the field until about 6:45 time here, and it's got to keep in mind it's a 7:35 first pitch. At least that's what we're slated for. So to see them they didn't even take batting practice. So it'll be interesting to see how the Maple Leafs come out tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And for a team looking for a turnaround, it's not exactly what you want to see. But like you mentioned, Noah, the first players to come out on the field were out at 6:45, and this is a 7:35 scheduled first pitch. So that's not exactly great. They didn't take batting practice. It'll be interesting to see how they fare against a strong arm like Juliandre Higuera, who's had a ton of success in his short IBL career. The Maple Leafs will be going with Justin Cicatello. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is their starter today. It was supposed to be Jackson Jones, but because of the late arrival for the Maple Leafs, that likely led to Cicatello's start.
Yeah, and Cicatello, we've seen him for a number of years in the IBL. He's been with the Toronto Maple Leafs since 2013 and back with them this year as well. This will be his first start of the year, though, for the Maple Leafs, so interesting to see how he does starting on the mound for them today.
Yeah, and he's been really good in relief. A 1.50 ERA in relief this season. He will look to transition that to the starting pitcher's role. He has a career 3.94 ERA. He's been a good starter in the IBL. He'll look to continue that here tonight against his Majors offense.
And the Majors offense that we're going to take a look at here as we check out the starting lineup for the London Majors, Dylan.
Yes, and leading off is Phil Therapis. He's at shortstop. Mike Ambrose behind the plate. Batting second, Ismael Pena, who you see on your screen there, is in left field and batting third. Byron Reichstein cleaning up in center field. Cleveland Brownlee DHing, batting fifth. And I wanted to take a look at Kyle Gormandy, who's batting sixth, playing first base. Gormandy is a very interesting player for the Majors. He has been used as a pinch hitter mostly throughout his IBL career, but this year he started off really hot. He's batting .417 in 7 games, and while he can be used off the bench, he's earned himself a few starts. He's a great extra base hit guy and a power bat as well. Jonathan DeForest, Steve Froese, Jacob Mansfield, 7-8-9, second base, third base, and right field. Juliandre Higuera, as mentioned, gets a start.
Yeah, and interesting to see that lineup there. A little bit of a changes. I mean, we get to see Therapis obviously at the top of the order, and then Ambrose actually moving up in the lineup quite a bit as well for the London Majors. So manager Ruth Chanardad, he sees the bats are working, but he sees them working maybe a little bit late in the game. Wants to try and get things going a little bit quicker tonight.
Yeah, and Mike Ambrose gets on base quite a bit, so why not put him in that 2-hole? Great spot to put him with Ismael Pena, Byron Reichstein, Cleveland Brownlee batting 3, 4, and 5, as those bats have been really good for the majors. Izzy Pena has been really hot to start this season, so not a bad move for Rup Chanardad if he wants to spark the offense early. And one thing that the majors are going to have to do if they want to win this ball game is get on the board early. They haven't done that, as you mentioned, Noah. They've been late in scoring runs this season, so they want to score early and often.
And we get to see Ismael Pena, who's been arguably one of the best, if not the best, bat on the London Majors so far this season, move into that 3-hole. I could be wrong, Dylan, but I think that is the first time he's been in the 3-hole for the London Majors this year to start a game. So interesting to see Root move him into that 3-hole power slot.
Yeah, for sure it is. It's the first time, as you mentioned, Noah, and why not? Ismael Pena has been great for them. He's hit a few home runs. He's had a lot of RBIs. So you know what? Put him in that 3-hole. He's got a great chance. The on-base guys and Mike Ambrose, Phil Therapis ahead of him. Why not put him in that 3-hole, see how he fares?
And the London Majors right now, as we mentioned, they're off to a little bit of a rough start to start the year with that record kind of sitting in the bottom of the IBL standings. I mean, we try not to look at that stuff this early on in the season, but you really want to go out here. You got 3 games in 3 days, like we mentioned. You want to try really to go out there and get at least 2 wins this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. 2 wins would be an ideal weekend. You do have to face some tough teams in Guelph and Kitchener. They beat Guelph last week. They'll look to transition that tomorrow, but it's gonna be a long weekend for the majors. They would like to win 2 games. It'd be great if they could get a win tonight to start them on the right foot.
Certainly looking to get that started tonight as well. As we mentioned, we're just awaiting the lineups here before we get down to field level and check things out. But Dylan, one more question I kind of got for you coming into this game. The London Majors off to the rough start like we've talked about, but you talk to all the players and they really don't feel like that. You go down to field level and you chat with the guys. They feel like they're right in this, that they could go on a streak any second now and start winning some ball games.
Hey, you know what? A lot of people hate when broadcasters say it, but it is early in the season. You can't really look at their record because it's only May 31st. It's only the first month of the season. There's a ton of time to turn this thing around and get on a streak, as you mentioned. And the players see it. Fans know it, hopefully. And they'd love to transition tonight. Hopefully this weekend is a great opportunity to do it. And maybe the majors can get on a streak and hop up to the top of the standings.
And that's exactly what fans are looking for, as well as it is starting to get into that beautiful baseball weather here, as it is a beautiful night at Labatt Park as well. Chilly start, rainy start to the season, but finally it looks like the weather's turned on us a little bit. Another thing I wanted to touch on as well, Mike Ambrose back into that catching position. We saw him in it last year as well, but he's back behind the plate as well this year.
Yeah, he started out at third base, but now he's back in that catching role. And Mike Ambrose has always been a great catcher defensively. He knows his pitching staff. He had to learn a little bit on the fly because he was late in getting that catcher's role back. But you know what? He's there again, and he's quite the viable option back there.
He certainly is. We're just announcing the starting lineups for the London Majors. We'll take you to the national anthems when they come, but we mentioned the IBL standings so far to start the season. Dylan, Kitchener and Barrie, no surprise really to see them at the top of the standings with a 5-1 record. Yeah,
Kitchener and Barrie, the 2 powerhouses of the league, according to many. And you know what? You and I joked about it. It's no surprise that those 2 are at the top. Very good teams, and they will look to continue their successes throughout the season.
And any surprises really when we look at the standings, though? I mean, you see the Welland Jackfish. Sure, they've only played 4 games so far in the season, but a 3-1 record for them puts them in 3rd place in the IBL to start.
Yeah, they've been kind of surprising, and you know what? For Welland, it's good to see because they're a new team. They're new players all together, and it's been good to see them, from their standpoint, with that camaraderie.
And we're going to take it right now and head down to field level for the national anthems.
Charlie Weber and the Glorious Failures are proud to be part of the London Arts Community. Please welcome Charlie Weber.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, through patient love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see right the true we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well, the Majors would like to thank the London Arts Council, funded by the City of London, providing quality drinking entertainment for our fans. Please join us in thanking Charlie for his musical talent.
A beautiful rendition of O Canada there, and we are just about set to get underway here as Higuera sets out to the mound to take his warm-up pitches and get set to go here on this Friday evening, as mentioned, Dylan, and we're really looking forward to seeing if the Majors come out there and get a nice little win.
Yeah, we'd love to see that up here, and the fans would love to see it too. The players would be happy to have it because they have a long weekend ahead, and no better way to get it started than with a win tonight.
So the London Majors go out there looking to get that win, as we mentioned, and get back into the win column. They, of course, will face the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight, and then they will head on the road for a pair of games. Guelph tomorrow, Kitchener on Sunday, and really what are some must-win games. I mean, we keep on talking about how much they would like a win, how much they need a win, but really some must-win games here when you look at your record, even though it is early in the IBL season. Time to get in the win column, time to get the train started. Everybody hop on board and let's go.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we say it is early, but you know what? These games mean a lot because you get off to a start like the Majors have. That could cost you late in the season when it comes to seeding for the playoffs. So you would love to get some wins here, and these are some must-win games, as you mentioned, Noah, because the Majors would love to get a few in a row here early on in the season to hopefully guide them towards the end of the season and the playoffs.
So the throwdown from Ambrose, and we are just about set to get underway from Labatt Park as the leadoff man for the Toronto Maple Leafs will step up to the plate there. Grant Tamain playing in the second base position in today's ball game.
I'll be first with the visiting Toronto Maple Leafs second baseman, number 10, Grant Tamain.
So Grant Tamain comes into today's ball game, playing in 8 games so far for the Maple Leafs, all 8 of their ball games, batting .233 in the short season so far.
Yeah, and Grant Tamain would love to get on base here, had the power bats of Justin Mara, Marcus Neck, Zach Orchard behind him. Hopefully he can get the Maple Leafs on the board.
And that first pitch from Higuera is across for a strike to get us underway here and start the evening with a strike. Grabs his sign, gets set to deal here. Second pitch also across for a strike, so it's 2 straight quick ones for Higuera to get the at-bat started.
Yeah, good to see from Juliandre Higuera firing in there, getting strikes called, and hopefully he can carry that throughout the night.
0-2 pitch from Higuera. Just missing off the plate, so the count will move to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Higuera grabs his sign. That one fouled off, and Ambrose unable to hang on to it behind the plate there, so it'll be another life here for Grant Tamain. A 1 ball and 2 strike count on him to start the ball game here. Higuera, of course, the big lefty. Here he goes. That one outside and misses. And the count will move now to 2-2. He grabs his sign from Ambrose. That one swung on and hit up the middle. It's going to land in front of Reichstein out in center field. It will be a leadoff base hit for the Maple Leafs in Tamain. So they get that leadoff man on, and Justin Mara now will bat with a runner on base, pardon me.
Yeah, that'll bring up Justin Mara, who is a power bat for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Had a huge first season in the IBL. Slowed down a little bit in 2017, but got right back into things last year with 12 home runs, including 2 in the playoffs. He has 3 home runs this year and is well on his way to another good power season. So the Majors really have to keep his name off the score sheet tonight if they want to have success.
Of course, the lefty bat and the lefty arm, so the first pitch misses for a ball. Certainly a good situation for the Majors to be in, having the lefty Higuera on the mound, knowing the power bat of Mara hitting in that 2 hole.
Yeah, always advantage pitcher in a lefty on lefty matchup, so hopefully it pans out for the majors.
That next pitch misses outside as well, so Higuera falls behind 2-0 now on the 2-hitter for the Maple Leafs. That next pitch hit on the ground and past Gormley at first base and into right field. It'll be a back-to-back base hits now to start the top half of the first inning for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that ball was hard hit, and that's a ball Kyle Gormley would have had if he was not holding the runner on, but you do have to hold that guy on with just the runner at first base. So now it's up to Juliandre Higuera to stay calm and hopefully work out of this jam.
So Marcus Necht will come to bat now for the Maple Leafs. Good start to the year for him as well. .375 batting average in 32 at-bats.
Yeah, he's one of the better run producers in this Leafs lineup. He isn't as big of a home run hitter as Justin Mara is, but he can drive in runs like there's no tomorrow.
First pitch from Higuera, that one hit in the air to left center, chasing after it, and that ball is out of here. A 3-run shot off the bat of Marcus Necht, and the Toronto Maple Leafs take out to an early lead here in London.
Yeah, not your ideal start if you're the majors and Juliandre Higuera, but you allow the runners to get on base, and their power bats cashed in. So it's up to Higuera to settle down a little bit here, keep getting pitches in the strike zone, because that's how you're going to have success. Work on getting the first pitch strikes to every batter, and hopefully get out of this inning without allowing any more runs.
So Zach Orchard bats now. Base is empty and nobody out. First pitch misses outside for a ball. That one swung on and missed. Tipped it as it came through the zone, but was hung on by Ambrose, so the count will move to 1-1 now. As mentioned, Higuera, no outs so far in the inning. That one is across for a strike now, so the count will move to 1-2 on Zach Orchard.
Good to see from Higuera after allowing the home run. Has a 1-2 count on the cleanup hitter.
1-2 delivery here. That one misses and gets away from Ambrose. The count will move to 2-2. So a 2-2 delivery upcoming from Higuera. That one misses as well outside, and the count will move to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Important for Higuera to throw in a strike here, as majors certainly need an out.
Three-two delivery here from Higuera. That one misses, and it's going to be a walk to Zach Orchard, the cleanup man, and it will put another runner on base here and bring an early mound visit as the pitching coach, Brian Wales, will take the stroll out to the mound, and all the infielders as well. Mind you, the corner infielders will join in on this conversation on the mound.
Yeah, and I think the message from Brent here is just going to be to stay calm for Juliandre Higuera. He pitched so well last Friday and pitched well in relief on Sunday. We know he can. We know he has the stuff. We know he can throw. So it's important for him to stay calm. Just focus on recording an out and first pitch strikes. Don't try to be too fancy. Right now, that fancy stuff isn't necessarily working. So he's got to throw strikes and hopefully get an out.
Certainly just look to try and get back into the ball game by grabbing that first out. It will be a big one. The runner stands on first base here as Higuera gets set to work. First pitch across for a strike, so the count moves to 0-1 now on Dana Dusky. Next pitch from Higuera, that one misses. Count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike now, so Looks like Higuera just missing on his release point a little bit, missing low, missing out.
Yeah, and that's going to happen in the first inning. Important you get that down.
Ball on the ground. Thrap is set short. Flip over to 2. Throw back to 1. In time at 1. So Higuera rolls himself a double play ball. And it will be the first and second out of the inning here. So Higuera, great job working himself back into the inning.
Yeah, fantastic job. Kept the ball down on Dayton Dusky, and the ideal scenario played out as Higuera was able to get the ground ball to the shortstop on an easy 6-4-3 double play.
So now 2 outs in the inning will bring up the next batter in the order for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Damon Toppoli. So far this season for him, he has been batting .296. That one is fouled for strike number 2. 0-2 count now. So now Higuera has a chance to work himself out of this inning, keeping the damage where it is. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one fought off and hit over top of Gormley into right field, so it will be another 2-out hit here. Probably the first 2-out hit, but another hit here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, and Higuera could have gone either way. Went with the off-speed pitch. It was fought off nicely there by Damon Toppoli and looped into right field. Nothing he could really do there. He executed his pitch, but Toppoli stayed with it.
So now Ryan Johnston will bat for the Maple Leafs. Just has 3 at-bats in this young season so far. No hits for him. That one is fouled off into the screen. And the count will move to 0-1.
Good pitch to start off the at-bat there by Juliandre Higuera. Another first pitch strike.
So Higuera works here 0-1. That one fouled off as well. Off of the screen for another strike and moving the count to 0-2 now. So Higuera once again works himself into a good count here. This one 0-2 as well.
Yeah, and Higuera's got to execute his pitch like last time. Even though it was a single on the last batter, he fought it off on a very nice pitch.
0-2 pitch misses in. So the count will move to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Very nice pitch there. Was close, but didn't get the call.
2 outs in the top of the first inning here. Runner on first. That one swung on. They're going to appeal, say that he went around, so Ambrose will have to throw down to 1. They'll make the put out, and the top of the first inning will end, but the Maple Leafs will pick up 3 runs on the 3-run home run from Marcus Knecht and lead this one 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning.
Good pitch there by Juliandre Higuera. Got him swinging. It was a check swing, but a good call over there at first base and a good play by Mike Ambrose getting it down there.
So before the game, I had a chance to catch up with London Majors manager Roop Chanderdat, and here is a little bit of the conversation I had with him. Roop, you guys are through 7 games now. How are you feeling the team has bonded so far through the first 7?
You know what? We're starting to come together. Like I said, the first month, which is almost over today, I guess the last day of the month, is to assess the team. You know, we're still waiting for a couple of guys to arrive, and then once everyone's here, then I can fully assess them. But the guys are starting to come together, and it's just a matter of us kind of assessing everyone to see who's going to be here for the full long run.
2-5 records so far. How do you think the play has been on the field, though?
Okay at best. You know, we've had spurts where we've shown we can play 5-6 innings. Like last game, for example, we came back. We just need to put together 9 solid innings. You know, if you put together 9 solids, you're going to win a lot of ball games. So right now, we're making a lot of little mistakes. You know, from a pitching standpoint, a lot of walks hit by batters. From a hitting standpoint, not doing the little things to get runners moved over or cash in runners when they're in scoring position.
Thanks, Roop. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So you hear it there from London Majors manager Skip Roop Chanderdat. He mentions that his team really just needs to try and put together a full game. They've been struggling to do that so far. really coming back in a few of the games, late comebacks, and they just want to try and get that started a little bit earlier in this ball game.
Yeah, and today they've got to face a good starter in Justin Cicatello, and it's important, especially after they gave up the 3 in the first inning, to get on the board early, because that is the easiest way to give your pitcher some confidence and to get your offense going.
So the Majors will send up the same leadoff man they have for much of this season. Phil Thrapis will lead things off. Ambrose and Pena behind him. As the throw is down, and we're just about set to get ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning.
Thrapis always a good leadoff hitter. The Majors certainly need him to get on base after what happened in the top of the first.
Shortstop number 14, Phil Thrapis.
So Phil Thrapis gets set to start things off here for the London Majors. Off to a good start this year. That one misses. 1-0 count now on Phil Thrapis. That one across for a strike. 1-1 now on the Majors leadoff man.
Phil Thrapis is a very patient bat in that leadoff spot, as his main objective is to get on base with the power bats behind him.
That one down the line for a hit. It'll get in there and then bobble. Thrapis is going to make a move to third. On his horse and sliding in. Safe at third. It's going to be a leadoff hit for Phil Thrapis to get things started here for the Majors.
Great job by Phil Thrapis there, getting onto that ball. Might have broke his bat a little bit, but still got it down into the left field corner and heads up base running. He saw that the left fielder, Cooper Lamb, bobbled the ball in the corner, and he was on his horse to third base. Thrapis a ton of speed. Good on him to get there pretty quickly.
So that'll bring up Mike Ambrose to the plate here with nobody out and the leadoff man standing on third base. Thrapis had 2 for sure off the bat there, and then good heads-up play to see the ball bobbled out there and left allowed him to advance to third. First pitch to Ambrose across for a strike.
That'll be a double and an error according to the official scorekeepers on the Thrapis hit.
That one hit in the air to left by Ambrose. Mid-shallow left. Thrapis is off. Here's the throw to the plate. Offline a bit and safe on the slide. It's going to be a sacrifice fly for Mike Ambrose to get the London Majors on the board.
Good job by Mike Ambrose there. He knew what he had to do. He has to get the ball in the air into the outfield to drive home that run on a sac fly, and that got the Majors on the board. Thrapis, it was a shallow fly ball, but Thrapis knows his own speed. He knows he's a fast player, probably one of the fastest for the Majors, and good on him to get down that line quickly and a great slide to get around the tag there and get the Majors on the board.
As you mentioned, Thrapis certainly knows his own speed and knows where and when he can make a dash to the plate here, so he scores on the sac fly. The Majors on the board. 3-1 the score now, and Ismael Pena gets set to bat. Takes that one low for ball 1.
I thought it was going to be tough coming into the ballgame for the Majors with Cicatello going with that submarine delivery, but they've been on him so far.
Pena fouls that one off, so count will even itself up at 1-1.
Pena been one of the hottest bats, as we mentioned, for the Majors this season. Has been really good in the 5 and 6 holes. Let's see how he fares in the 3 hole, as he has certainly deserved this opportunity.
Has that big power bat that we've seen him use a number of times so far this year. Swings right through that one from the submarine Cicatello on the mound. The count will move to 1-2 now on Pena. A strikeout to Pena here for the out. So 2 outs now in the inning. We'll bring up the big cleanup hitter, Byron Reichstein, now for the majors.
It's always tough when you're facing a submarine pitcher. Such an odd look coming in there for you. So you're going to see a lot of strikeouts as long as Cicatello's on the mound because of that weird arm slot. Hitters aren't used to it, and you get a lot of swings and misses from it.
It's certainly different for sure, and that's, I think, the big thing for hitters when you get up there and you see the arm slot change down to that low one that it is. You have to make that adjustment, and sometimes it might take an at-bat or two to get around and figure it out, but the majors getting on the board here in the first inning on the double and an error and then a sacrifice fly. 1-0 pitch to Byron. That one across for a strike. Count moves to 1-1.
If the majors want to have success in this ball game against Cicatello, he's been throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, so you got to get on that first pitch because once he gets that off-speed stuff from the submarine angle, it's really tough to hit.
That one hit on the ground for Byron over to second base. Throw over to 1 will be in time, so the side will be retired. The majors will pick up a run, though, on the sacrifice fly from Mike Ambrose and cut into the lead a bit. The Maple Leafs lead this one 3-1 after 1 complete inning of play. Roop, you guys are through 7 games now. How are
What's going on, Majors fans? Kyle Grimard here, in-game host, and you know what? There's a lot of really exciting upcoming events so far this season. The next one that we are really looking forward to is June 16th. That is Pack the Park Day in Braden. You know, talk about being at the ballpark with your dad on a Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? It's awesome. You know what? Every player wants to play in front of a big crowd. Just the overall atmosphere is great for everybody in general.
And that's what's going to happen here June 16th. Tickets are free, so make sure you visit londonmajors.com for more details. And Braden, you being here before, obviously nothing better, but the atmosphere here is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a nice sunny day outside. Nothing better than being at the ballpark on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be great. londonmajors.com for more news.
So we go to the second inning here from Labatt Memorial Park. Noah Smith, Dylan Baker on the call, and the Maple Leafs out in front 3-1 after picking up 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. And Dylan, it looks like Higuera's back out there and going to try to calm down a little bit and get through at least another few innings here if he can for the majors.
Yeah, he didn't have the greatest command in the first inning, and then he served one up to Marcus Necht, who hit a home run out to left center field. So it's important for Higuera to calm down, get that release point down, which we started to see at the end of the first inning, throw strikes, and hopefully record 3 outs.
So Cooper Lamb to lead things off here for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the top half of the second inning. First pitch from Higuera. Swung through and missed for a strike. Moves the count to 0-1 now. Cooper Lamb so far this year for the Maple Leafs, .235 batting average. Swings through that one as well, so 2 straight swing and misses. Puts the count to 0-2 now.
Really good sign from Juliandre Higuera early on in this inning.
Swung through on the off-speed pitch low. It's in the dirt. Ambrose will have to complete the out over at first base. He does. So the first out of the top of the second inning will go via the way of the strikeout for Higuera. And he gets himself his first out on the first batter of the inning.
Yeah, and Juliandre Higuera strikes out a lot of batters, already among the top pitchers in the IBL in strikeouts. He's got great off-speed stuff, and you know what? He uses that very well as he gets a ton of strikeouts.
Higuera certainly a strikeout pitcher for the majors in his many starts so far. 2 starts. This is his 3rd in a majors uniform this year. As that one is across for strike number 1. He has 17 strikeouts in 14 innings pitched, so he's good for at least a couple a game. That one's swung through and missed now, so Higuera got a little bit extra on his off-speed pitch to start the top of the second inning now.
Higuera's a fighter. He wanted that home run back, and he's been working hard ever since.
That one was fouled off, so we'll have to redo the 0-2 pitch. And yeah, Dylan, as you mentioned, Higuera, one of those guys that will battle out there all game long. Certainly, obviously, doesn't like the start that he's had in the ball game, but goes right back out there and just a strikeout to start the inning, and now has an 0-2 count on the second batter.
It's an 0-2 count on the first two, actually, and he struck out the last two, so he'll be looking to hopefully get another strikeout of Greg Carrington.
0-2 pitch from Higuera. That one, off-speed pitch, fouled off into the screen. So Greg Carrington having a good at-bat at the plate now. Fouling off a number of 0-2 pitches. Although he's going to have to try to do the same here. 0-2 delivery. Higuera grabs a sign. Set. Deliver. Fastball up high. Misses for a ball, so the first ball of the at-bat. Possibly just a waste pitch as well there for Higuera.
Yeah, and you know what? You got an 0-2 count. Why not have a waste pitch? You got a few pitches to work with, so interesting to see from Higuera.
Next one from Higuera. Looked like it caught the zone. Doesn't get the call. So the count moves to 2-2 strikes now.
A lot of pitchers will get flustered when they see that pitch not go their way, but Higuera stays calm out there on the mound, and he'll look to strike Carrington out here.
2-2 pitch. That one fought off and fouled off down the third base line. It'll get out of play. So a good battle brewing at the plate here between Higuera and Carrington.
Yeah, what you want to do here is you want to throw something that Carrington won't expect on a 2-2 count. You might be looking at a fastball, maybe go with an off-speed, hopefully get him off balance.
Goes off speed there. That one hit on the ground. Great play over there at second base. Shoveled over to first for the second out of the inning. So a good play over there at second base will retire Carrington for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, great play over there by Jonathan DeForest, and Higuera did go with that off-speed pitch. Carrington was well ahead of it and rolled one over to DeForest. Problem was it was in the hole. Great sliding stop and a good throw over to first base to record the second out.
So the lineup turns over here on the top of the second inning for the Maple Leafs as Grant Tamain steps up. Got on base to start the ball game, as that one is across for a strike.
Yeah, Tamain singled, got second on the Mara single, and scored a run on the Marcus Necht home run.
Higuera's 0-1 delivery. That one bunted, and a good bare hand play there by Ambrose, but they're going to rule it as a foul ball.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you guys saw it on your screens, but Mike Ambrose tried to make it look like it was in fair territory to hopefully record an out. Unfortunately, his acting skills weren't good enough for the home plate umpire, so count is now 0-2.
So it will be an 0-2 count after the bunt was fouled, and now Higuera will look to try and get himself out of the top of the second inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside and low in the dirt. Ambrose blocks up. And with Morrow waiting on deck, you'd certainly like to get out of the inning while you can here with 2 outs. That one hit on the ground. Strong throw over from third base will retire the side, so Higuera has a good top of the second inning, retiring the side, and we will go to the bottom of the second for the London Majors, looking to try and push some more runs across here. They trail this one 3-1. Welcome back to Majors TV coverage of the London Majors versus the Toronto Maple Leafs here. Live Friday action from the IBL. Noah Smith, Dylan Baker calling the action here on the London Majors getting set to bat in the bottom of the second inning. Maple Leafs out in front 3-1.
Yeah, good to see the Majors rebound after giving up 3 in the first inning with a run in the bottom half of that inning, as they will need to score early to stay in this ball game, and off to a good start after 1, and hopefully Cleve can get us started here in the second.
So it will be Cleveland Brownlee to get things started for the Majors in the bottom of the second inning. Cleveland so far this year not batting certainly as strong as he'd like to be in terms of average, 0.87 coming into this game. First pitch to him, outside for a ball. The 1-0 here as Cicatello works on the mound here. That one across for a strike. Cleve doesn't like it, thought he was outside. Count now moves to 1-1. Delivery, that one, another off-speed pitch is outside, so the submarine pitcher Cicatello works to a 2-1 count now on Cleveland Brownlee. Next pitch to Cleve, that one outside as well, so they seem to be trying to work him outside and low. At least that is where he has been missing so far in this at-bat.
Against a guy like Cleve, you never want to leave something in that he can turn on.
That one off the end of the bat and bobbled at second base, but the throw will be in time to retire Cleve over at first base, so the first out of the inning is recorded on the ground out from Cleveland Brownlee to the second baseman, Brent Domain, for the Maple Leafs.
First baseman, number 10, Kyle Gormandy.
That'll bring up Kyle Gormandy to the plate. One of the guys in the London Majors lineup, Dylan, who has been swinging a ultra hot bat in the past few games for the Majors.
Yeah, he certainly has, and he was our highlighted player in the pregame show, and he will look to continue his success, batting .417 this year.
First pitch to him will miss for a ball and move the count to 1-0. Coming into this game, tied for the batting average lead on the London Majors, as mentioned, batting .417. Takes that one, and it's right up the middle, but picked up by Cicatello. He will shovel it over to first base, and Gormandy is retired.
Hard ground ball there from Kyle Gormandy, but good play over there on the mound by Justin Cicatello. Nothing you can really do there if you're Kyle.
That'll bring up the McGill University product, Jonathan DeForest. JD so far in this season, batting a line of .250.
Yeah, DeForest has been a good bat for the Majors so far this year. Extra base hits have been the theme with him. He's hit a lot of them, and he's hit them in clutch spots.
That one across for a strike, so the count will move to 1-1 now. That one inside and will hit Jonathan DeForest, so he'll head down to first base on the hit by pitch, and the Majors will have a runner on base here with 2 outs in the inning.
Jonathan DeForest seems to be unlucky as he gets hit by a lot of pitches. That's his 5th hit by pitch already this season. And keep in mind, the Majors are only in their 8th game.
So that'll bring up to the plate Steve Froese. So far this year for Froese, .273 batting average in 22 at-bats. First pitch to him is across for a strike, so the count will move to 0-1. Utello grabs his sign on 0-1, gets set to deliver. Forrest off on the pitch. That one hit on the ground to third. Strong throw over to one. Bang, bang play, but just in time to get Froze running. And the inning will end. The Majors will pick up just the one base runner on the DeForest hit by pitch. They won't get any across, and the score remains at 3-1 as we move now to the third inning here from Labatt Park.
Leading off the top of the third, pitcher number 9, Justin Mara.
Welcome back to Labatt Park as the first pitch from Higuera to Justin Mara is a strike to get the at-bat started. It will be Mara, Knecht, and Orchard to get the inning started for the Maple Leafs.
This part of the order got the runs for them in the first inning. Mara got a single, and then Knecht hit a 3-run home run.
Higuera has himself now an 0-2 count. Pitch to Mara is fouled off and into the screen, so they'll have to redo that 0-2 pitch.
Interesting to see what Higuera goes to here on 0-2. Has the option of the off-speed, option of the fastball.
That one fouled off, so once again I'll have to redo the 0-2 pitch on the leadoff batter in the inning and the second batter in the order for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Justin Mara is never an easy out, and just proving it there with another foul ball. Good battle brewing between Higuera and Mara.
That one misses, so the count now to 1-2. Maple Leafs out in front 3-1 here in the third inning. Pitch to Mara. That one hit on the ground. Right past the diving DeForest and into right field, so another hit for Justin Mara. This one to lead off the top of the third inning.
Yeah, good pitch from Juliandre Higuera on the off speed there, but Mara just took it, found a hole, and he's on base yet again for Marcus Knecht.
So Marcus Knecht went deep his last time up. It was a 3-run shot. Higuera will have to face him now with a runner on base in Justin Mara to start the inning. That one across for a strike. So we'll move the count in favor of Higuera.
Good pitch there by Juliandre Higuera, going with the fastball, showing that he's not afraid to work up with the fastball after he gave up the home run his last time.
A 1 pitch from Higuera. That one across for a strike as well. So goes to the hard stuff back to back and makes the count 0-2 here. Now, Dylan, you wonder if he goes to the off speed again or just sticks with the hard stuff.
You know what? If you're necked, who hit the home run earlier, you've timed up that fastball. I say you go off speed here on 0-2.
That one low. Misses for a ball, so the count will move to 1-2 now. The great thing about being in the 0-2 count situation is you have a number of different options you can go to. You don't have to try to strike him out on your next pitch.
Yeah, for sure. Going 0-2 is so important, and it's a luxury for a pitcher.
On the ground, throw over to JD at 2. Throw back to 1 in time, so it's a double play. Higuera rolls another one. And the first and second out of the inning will be recorded on the double play.
Very good pitch there by Juliandre Higuera, executing it to perfection. And he was pumped up. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but he showed a lot of emotion on that last pitch. Very, very proud of that double play ball. And now you got 2 outs and nobody on in the middle of your order.
First pitch is across for a strike there. So a strong throw over from Froze at second, and then a good relay throw over to 1 was in time for the double play. 2 outs now in the inning. They'll check down at 1. They say he went around, so a strike there. Count moves to 0-2 here.
Zach Orchard didn't really like the call, but nothing you can really do there. Check swing, it's the umpire's call, and he said Orchard went around, so now you got to fight on 0-2. If you're Higuera, you likely go with a fastball up here. That's what I'm thinking.
We'll see what he does go to here. 0-2 pitch from Higuera. Goes the fastball. It's hit right up the middle off his leg. He'll make the strong throw over to 1, so Higuera will get the final out of the inning there. Score that play 1-3. And he walks off on his own weight, so it looks like he's all right out there on the mound. Another good inning here for Juliandre Higuera in the top of the 3rd inning. Just that top of the 1st inning that was trouble for him so far.
Yeah, and that 1st inning was not good, but a good job by Higuera bouncing back in a strong way in the 2nd and 3rd innings. Really good to see. Hopefully he can pitch further into the ball game.
The London Majors will come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. You're watching the London Majors Toronto Maple Leafs here from Labatt Park. Beautiful Friday evening.
As you mentioned, it is still warm out. The sun is just setting. The beautiful London skyline. The Majors are down 2. They'll look for more offense in the bottom of the 3rd.
So lots going on for the London Majors this weekend. As mentioned, they are home tonight to the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's what you're watching right now on your screen. And then tomorrow the bus will leave and they will head out to take on Guelph. That is a 1 o'clock start from Hastings Stadium in Guelph. And then Sunday it'll be a 2 o'clock start. Majors on the road as well to take on the Panthers from Jack Couch Park in Kitchener. So a busy weekend coming up for the London Majors, and hopefully looking to get into the win column at least a couple of times.
Yeah, it is a busy weekend, and your ideal weekend on a 3-game set like this is taking 2 out of 3 from Toronto, Guelph, and Kitchener. Kitchener is at the top of the standings. It will be a tough game on Sunday, but the Majors will look to take 2 out of their 3 ball games this weekend at least.
So the Majors get set to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And to start things off for them, it'll be Jacob Mansfield starting things off, playing right field in today's ball game. First pitch to him, inside. It'll miss for a ball, move the count to 1-0.
One thing you'll see a lot with submarine pitchers is missing inside or outside low. They don't miss high very often, so you'll see a lot of balls that are called too low.
That one across for a strike. So it will put the count to 1-1 now. Mansfield's still looking for his first hit on the new season.
Looking for his first base hit of the season. And he will look to get on base for the top of the order. That second leadoff man in the 9-hole.
Mansfield's grounds one to first base. It'll be coming up with the play and retired for the first out of the inning. So Mansfield grounds out to get things started here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now it's the top of the order. The top of the order got the runs in the first inning for the Majors, and Thrapis will look to get on base once again. He hit that double and then got to third on the E7 last time up and got driven on the Mike Ambrose sacrifice fly. So Thrapis will look to get on base for the Majors, heart of the order right here.
First pitch to Thrapis. Squares around a bunt, but pulls back as that one was inside. He'll take it for ball one to start the at-bat.
Yeah, not a bad idea for Phil Thrapis bunting. The third baseman is playing back, and if you can get on, you can get on with the speed of Thrapis.
That 1-0 pitch across for a strike. So the count will move to 1-1 now on Phil Thrapis. As mentioned, the leadoff man for the Majors. Lots of speed. He leads the Majors so far this season with 4 stolen bases. Swings and misses on that one. Count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Noah. If Thrapis gets on base, he is certainly a threat to run. So the Majors will certainly hope that he can get on base here and hopefully steal a base or get driven home by one of his teammates.
1-2 pitch to Thrapis. Crushes that one in the air to right, but way foul. So we'll have to redo that 1-2 pitch, but Thrapis putting good wood on that one, much like he did back in the first inning.
Yeah, for sure. No, it was the off-speed pitch that Thrapis just lined to, or pulled on a line drive foul. What do you go with here? Off-speed pitch, I guess.
So they go to the off-speed. Swung on and missed. Thrapis is retired on the strikeout for the second out of the inning. So the first 2 men retired in order to start the inning. That'll bring up Mike Ambrose here, the catcher in today's ball game.
Yeah, and you know what? I mentioned it earlier. You'll see a lot of strikeouts from Justin Cicatello in this ball game for as long as he's in there. Only his second one so far. A little bit surprising. Good to see from the Majors standpoint, though. And it's going to happen quite a bit with a submarine pitcher in that odd arm angle.
2 outs in the inning, and Ambrose will bat. Had that sacrifice fly back in the first inning that scored the Majors' lone run of the ball game here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, and Ambrose did his job with the runner at third base, got the ball in the air in the outfield, and he was able to score Thrapis on the sac fly.
0-1 delivery here to Ambrose. Crushes that one in the air to right. It will be caught in front of the warning track, though, and Ambrose is retired for the third out of the inning. So we will go to the fourth here at Labatt Park. The Maple Leafs still out in front, 3-1.
What's going on, Majors fans? Kyle Grimard here, in-game host, and you know what? There's a lot of really exciting upcoming events so far this season. The next one that we are really looking forward to is June 16th. That is Pack the Park Day in Braden. You know, talk about being at the ballpark with your dad on a Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? It's awesome. You know what? Every player wants to play in front of a big crowd. Just the overall atmosphere is great for everybody in general.
And that's what's going to happen here June 16th. Tickets are free, so make sure you visit londonmajors.com for more details. And Braden, you being here before, obviously nothing better, but the atmosphere here is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a nice sunny day outside. Nothing better than being at the ballpark on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be great. londonmajors.com for more news.
Welcome back to Majors TV coverage of the London Majors and the Toronto Maple Leafs here from Labatt Park. Noah Smith and Dylan Baker calling the action. Is your business in need of some exposure during the London Majors games? We'll make sure you reach out to us and we can put you in touch with Angela at londonmajors.com, and we can find you some innovative ways to help your business grow with the London Majors. Also, you can reach out to us at Matt at londonmajors.com if you have any questions or suggestions about our broadcast today. Dylan, we are just about set to go here in the top of the fourth inning. Higuera back out on the mound there, and after the struggle in the top of the first inning, looking a lot better in the last two innings, looking to do the same here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, Higuera has certainly settled in after a rocky first inning. He's in a groove now. He's working quickly. He knows what he wants to throw. He's executing his pitch. It's been really fun to watch ever since that first inning, which was a bit rough for him.
The first inning included a pair of hits and then a 3-run home run from the number 3 hitter in the order for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Marcus Necht. He crushed that one to left center field. That put the Maple Leafs up front 3-0. The Majors grabbed one in the bottom half of the first inning. We're now in the fourth, and the score still remains 3-1. Dana Dusky will get set to bat here for the Maple Leafs to start things off against Higuera on the mound.
Dusky's last time up grounded into a beautifully turned 6-4-3 double play for the first 2 outs of the first inning.
Big swing and miss through that one. So the count will move to 0-1 on Dusky, the designated hitter in the ball game today for the Maple Leafs. One pitch from Higuera. Big swing and miss again. So a pair of big swings here from Dana Dusky will result in an 0-2 count here. And Higuera once again up 0-2.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Dusky protects, because 2 huge swings on the first 2 pitches. You don't want to do that with 2 strikes. So interesting to see how Higuera attacks him and how Dusky attempts to protect.
0-2 pitch from Higuera. That one missed out. So the count will move to 1-2. Maple Leafs already have 5 hits in the ballgame. Although the top of the order resulting in all, if not majority of those hits. Here's the 1-2 from Higuera. That one hit hard on the ground, but a foul ball down into the Majors bullpen.
Yeah, 4 of the Maple Leafs' 5 hits have been in the top 3 batters of the order. 2 for Justin Marr and 1 for Grant Tamain and Marcus Necht.
Higuera grabs his sign from Ambrose, gets set to deliver. Next pitch, that one is going to miss, pop out of the glove of Ambrose, so the count will move to 2-2. We've seen Higuera get up in the count 0-2 a number of times, and then has a lot of places to go, but you don't want to fall behind. You want to keep going at. Here's the next pitch. That one misses out, so the count will move to 3-2 now.
You can see out there on the mound, Juliandre Higuera is frustrated with his last few pitches, as he has not been able to execute them well enough by his standards. But you know what? If there's a guy who can strike someone out on a 3-2 count, it is Juliandre.
3-2 pitch now from Higuera. Swung on and missed. It's a strikeout there for Higuera. And he retires Dusky on the strikeout, swinging.
Good pitch there by Juliandre Higuera on 3-2, getting the fastball up, and Dusky swung and missed at it. Good pitch by Juliandre after he went down 3-2 in the count.
So Damon Topley will come to bat now for the Maple Leafs. 1 out in the top of the 4th inning after the strikeout from Higuera. That one fouled off. Straight back into the screen for strike number 1.
Right on that pitch was Topley. Interesting to see if Higuera goes to the off-speed pitch, sticks with the fastball on the 0-1 count.
0-1 from Higuera. That one catches the zone for a strike. So, don't know the exact stat on it, but a numerous amounts of 0-2 counts now for Higuera. He gets set to work on this most recent one. That one cued off the end of the bat over to DeForest at second. Throw over to Gormandy at 1. And Damon Topley is retired on a ground out to second for the second out of the inning.
You know what, Juliandre Higuera is so scary for a hitter with 2 strikes because there's so many ways he can attack you. And so far in this ball game, when there are 2 strikes, he's either struck the guy out or he's had super, super weak contact, which has resulted mostly in outs. So great job by Juliandre after that first inning, settling in and really getting into a groove out there on the mound.
Ryan Johnson, the batter now for the Maple Leafs. 2 outs in the inning, top of the 4th here from Labatt Park, and the 1-0 delivery set to come here from Higuera. Just missing out, so the count will move to 2-0 now. Delivery, that one fouled straight back into the screen for strike number 1 in the at-bat.
Higuera looking to battle back into this count after he went down 2-0. He will attempt to get an out here against Ryan Johnston, who is 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a strikeout.
2-1, that one fouled off down the first base line, and the count will move to 2-2 now, so Higuera works himself back into a more favorable count after falling behind 2-0.
Yeah, and really good to see. He went down 2-0, but he's fought back into a count, into a good count now. He's got 2-2, 2 strikes on the batter here. Interesting to see what he goes with on the 2-2 count with 2 away.
Two and 2 count now. Higuera doesn't like it and steps off. He'll have to regroup out there on the mound. He's got a 2-2 count with 2 outs here on the top of the 4th.
Big pitch coming up. Interesting to see what Higuera goes with.
Pitch from Higuera in the dirt. Went to something a little bit softer there and misses low, so now a 3-2 count. They'll have to do another one here.
Higuera struck out Dusky on a full count. 2 away. Needs to throw a strike, and he's out of this inning.
That one hit in the air down the right field line, foul into the Toronto bullpen down that first base line. So another 3-2 pitch will have to come here. Pitch from Higuera. Outside part of the plate, doesn't get the call. It's a 3-2 walk with 2 outs in the inning. So the Maple Leafs will grab another base runner here.
Can't be too rattled out there on the mound if you're Juliandre Higuera. You've been executing your pitches very well in the to the first 2 batters of this inning, and then just a walk there. He had 2 strikes on him. So if you're Higuera, you got to come out and attack Cooper Lamb the same way you did the first 2 batters.
Throw over to 1 for Higuera. That one fouled off into the screen, so the first pitch will be a strike here.
Juliandre Higuera now at 70 pitches through 3 2/3 innings. That is a high total, but we saw him throw 116 last week, so it'll be interesting to see how far he goes in this one.
A swing and a miss there. So now another 0-2 count here for Higuera against Cooper Lamb. 2 outs in the inning. Runners off. That one hit in the air. Shallow left field. Pena underneath it makes the catch, so the side will be retired. Higuera works through his 4th inning, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Majors set to bat, down 3-1 here on Majors TV. Welcome back here to Majors TV, and Noah Smith, Dylan Baker on the call here as the London Majors take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just a reminder to check out the London Majors team store located under the grandstand at home games or online at londonmajors.com. Check out the Majors store for different items, including t-shirts, game-used jerseys, and, of course, new era caps as the Majors get set to go here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Dylan, try to push some runs across here.
Yeah, for sure, as the Majors will look to get in the ballgame with Julian Higuera on the mound. He will always keep you in a ballgame. Majors are only down by 2, and they've got the heart of the order coming up, so hopefully they can get a few runs on the board.
First pitch from Pena, grounded over to second. Throw over will retire him, so a quick out to start the inning here to Ismael Pena as he grounds out.
Izzy, weak contact there over to the second baseman. He struggled against a submarine pitcher, a strikeout, and a weak ground ball to the second baseman. You've got to make quite a few adjustments against a guy like Justin Cicatello. And it'll be interesting to see how Reichstein fares, who also grounded out to the second baseman. For him, it was his first at-bat.
So now Byron gets set to bat, of course, here, like mentioned, against Cicatello. Ground out his last time up. One out in the inning here for Byron as he faces against Cicatello. First one across for a strike there to start the at-bat.
For Justin Cicatello, who's only thrown 37 pitches so far through 3 1/3 innings, and you got two different styles of pitchers on the mound. Cicatello, yeah, he can strike guys out, but he's got hitters off balance with weak ground balls, and Julian Higuera strikes a lot of batters out.
That one popped up on the infield and caught over there at shortstop by Ryan Johnston, so it will be a quick first 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Majors.
That'll bring up Cleveland Brownlee with 2 away, and Cleve is looking for a breakthrough here this season. He has struggled a little bit, but he will look to turn things around here, and the Majors need him right now here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
So yes, Cleveland Brownlee will get set to bat here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Still looking for that first home run of the season. Facing off against Cicatello. That one on the ground to third. Now to make a strong throw across the diamond, they will. Cleveland is retired on the first pitch he sees, and that will end the bottom of the fourth for the London Majors. We will go to the fifth. Majors still down 3-1 here on Majors TV. Majors fans, just a reminder of some upcoming promotional days for the Majors here at Labatt Memorial Park, as Father's Day, as well as the Tifton Pack the Park Day and Alumni Day, all taking place on June 16th. Head on down to the ballpark and make sure you register for your tickets for that day if you plan on coming out. They usually sell out this place, so it's hard to find seats sometimes, but make sure you go online, londonmajors.com, for more info. Check out the Sifton website to grab your tickets, and make sure you are here for that Father's Day game. Pack the Park game as well. We have a few other games coming up. Salute to Service Night against the Welland Jackfish. Canada Day, of course, against the Barrie Bay Cats. And our Instagram night, you can check out all the promotional days and upcoming promotional day schedules, of course, on the Majors website.
Yes, you can. Great promotions coming up this season for the London Majors. A quick out-of-town scoreboard update. There's only one other game going on in the IBL tonight. That is Welland in Hamilton. The Cardinals are up 4-1 on the Jackfish. And right here, the Maple Leafs are up 3-1 on the Majors.
That one is across for a strike, and yes, that other out-of-town scoreboard, the Hamilton Cardinals up 4-1 on the Welland Jackfish over there at Bernie Arbor Stadium in Hamilton. But we are here in London at Labatt Park. That one hit on the ground. Going to be a tough play for Thrappis to make. Strong throw over. Safe at one, though. So it was a good play and a strong play, but the leadoff base runner will reach here to start the inning.
Yeah, great play by Phil Thrappis. Nothing really to do there. He gave it his best effort, but speed coming out of the box for Greg Carrington, the second leadoff man, the center fielder for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nothing you can really do there if you're Phil.
So the Majors will have to deal with yet another runner on base here for the Maple Leafs. They have 6 hits in the ball game so far. Just 1 on the board for the Majors. Another throw back over there to 1. Checking on him, just making sure he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and there is speed from Greg Carrington. We saw it on that last play, and he's a threat to steal a base. Good on Higuera making sure he doesn't.
First pitch from Higuera across for a strike to start the at-bat against Grant Tamain. He did square around to bunt, so it'll be interesting to see if they try to lay one down here. Rose isn't playing overly in, just on the edge of the grass over there at third. That one bunted up but pulled back in time as it misses. Be ball 1 and put the count to 1-1 now. Another move over to 1 for Higuera. Checking on Carrington. He doesn't have an overly big lead over there on first base with the lefty on the mound. No more than a few steps, but he gets a good secondary. Bunted. Chance for Higuera. He goes to 2. In time to get Carrington going to 2, so a heads-up play there by Higuera. Grabs the bunt, quick spin, and goes to 2 to get the lead runner.
Yeah, in my mind, that's a great heads-up play by Juliandre Higuera. That bunt did not work out as Higuera quickly tossed it over to second base. And smart move as you want to cut down the lead runner who could have been in scoring position with the sack bunt. Now you have Tamain over there at first base, but you've got him there with 1 away, and you don't have anyone in scoring position, so huge play by Juliandre Higuera.
That one misses for a ball here to Justin Mara. A lot of times that is a risky play to make because if you don't get the runner at second, a lot of times you won't even have time to go to 1, so you might end up with runners on first, second, nobody out, but a good strong throw there by Higuera to get him. That one is off the bat and into the glove of Ambrose for a strike. Pitch from Higuera now to Mara. That one up high. So the count will move to 2-1 now.
Mara is 2 for 2 with 2 singles against Higuera, so he's being a little cautious with him. But the singles have not been hit hard as they've been weak contact through the right side.
Two one delivery. That one up high and all the way to the backstop. They're going to say it doesn't hit Mara, so it looks like Tamain will advance 90 feet to second base there, and it will be a runner in scoring position with 1 out here for the heart of this Maple Leafs order.
Yeah, Mike Ambrose seemed to be a little surprised by the non-call on the hit-by pitch there on Justin Mara, so it got back to the backstop, and now you got a runner in scoring position. The double play is out of order, but Juliandre Higuera cannot get rattled out there on the mound, and hopefully he can record an out.
So 2-1 is the count now on Justin Mara. The runner on second base now and 1 out.
Seems to be something going on with the ball, and they're trying to indicate the count as it is 3 balls and 1 strike to Justin Mara.
A little bit of confusion there down on the field. 3-1 is the count, though. Higuera against Mara. Big bat standing on deck. That one across for a strike tomorrow, so the count will go to 3-2 now.
Good pitch there by Higuera on a 3-1 count. You can't serve up a tater for Justin Mara because he can drive that ball. So good pitch, getting a strike, but not giving him too nice of a pitch.
Time called there at home plate. So we'll have to wait before we get the 3-2 delivery here. As mentioned, 1 out so far in the inning. Runner on second base. That one across. They're going to check down. Say he went around. So Mara will be retired on the strikeout.
That is the 4th strikeout for Juliandre Higuera. His 4th in 4 2/3 innings. A huge strikeout there of Justin Mara, who is the Maple Leafs' best power bat, but now he's not out of the deep waters yet. He has to face Marcus Necht.
Next, coming into this game, had a pair of home runs in the season. That one back in the first inning puts him at 3. That one outside for a ball. So you get through one big power bat, and you have to face another one here for the Maple Leafs. Although you do have 2 outs now and a base open, so you don't really have to go right at Marcus Necht if you don't want to. That one popped up right on the infield. It's going to be a tough play. Ambrose unable to make the grab, and the run will score.
Tough play there to be made by Mike Ambrose. Steve Froese was running in. He could have made that play. Ambrose called him off, tried to make the grab. Unfortunately, he could not, and that allowed a run to score as Grant Tamain was huffing it around second and third base there.
Tough play to make for the catcher. Turned around the other way. So the Maple Leafs grab another run there. Still 2 outs in the inning as that one is swung on and missed for the first strike of the at-bat.
Zach Orchard is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Higuera his last time up and walked his first time up.
That one hit in the air to right field. Down the line and fair down the right field line. It'll roll into the corner. Nance's going to pick it up and get it in. Mara's going to round and head home. The throw home, not in time. So a run comes in to score there on the triple.
Good contact there by Zach Orchard, driving it down the right field line. And unfortunately, the error came back to bite the majors as as Marcus Necht came around to score from first base. So a little bit frustrating if you're Juliandre Higuera, but nothing you can really do about it as he just has to work on getting one more out to get him out of this inning because that's all he really needs. One good pitch gets you out of the inning as Roop Chanderdak goes to talk to Juliandre. Pitchers warming in the Majors bullpen, just stretching out right now. But Higuera has to execute his pitches because one good pitch gets you out of this inning.
So just when you thought they were out of the inning, now the Maple Leafs pick up another pair of runs here in the top of the 5th inning. And the third one stands out on third base. Higuera will try to work out of it here. 2 outs in the inning as mentioned. First pitch in the dirt gets to the backstop, so another run will come across the score here for the Maple Leafs.
Tough pitch there by Juliandre. Tried to get a swing, got it in the dirt, and now another run will come in to score. And this inning could have been over if it weren't for that error.
3 runs across in the inning now, and 1-0 count now for Higuera as he works against Dana Dusky. Count moves 2-0 now. Higuera delivers on 2-0. That one fouled off and out of play on the first base line. 2-1 count now.
One good pitch gets Juliandre out of this inning, and he's got to execute here.
Two one across for a strike as well, so it moves the count to 2-2 now. 2 outs in the inning, so Higuera will look to try and work his way out of this top of the 5th inning. 2-2 pitch, swung on, miss. Higuera gets out of it, but the Maple Leafs will grab 3 more runs here on the top of the 5th inning. They lead this one 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back here to Labatt Park, London Majors Baseball on Majors TV. Majors down 6-1 here as the Maple Leafs have picked up 3 more runs in the top half of the 5th inning. We bat here on the bottom of the 5th inning.
Kyle Gormandy at the plate. So far in the ball game, Gormandy has grounded out to the pitcher.
Gormley set to bat here. First pitch. Pardon me, second pitch misses low. And the count will move to 2-0 now on Kyle Gormandy, who, as we mentioned, one of the hotter hitters in this Majors order, will look to try and get that going to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, for sure, and you'd love to see Kyle get on base.
That one across for a strike now. 2-1 here for Kyle Gormandy. Still a good hitter's count if he can get a ball that he can try and drive into the outfield.
Yeah, and you got to look for that perfect pitch if you're Kyle Gormandy right now.
That one was across for a strike, so the count will move to 2-2. Awfully hard getting the different arm slot, arm angle to try and pick that one up. Had a few good looks now. 2-2, just missing on the inside. And it will move to 3-2 now here on Kyle Gormandy.
Good eye there by Kyle Gormandy, not swinging at that pitch that was inside. Just barely missed the plate, but it is ball 3 anyway.
3-2 pitch. Gormley swings through that one for a strikeout to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Goes to some soft stuff on 3 and 2 and gets Gormandy swinging.
Tough there for Kyle, and it seems we have some action in the Majors bullpen now as Sunday's starting pitcher Aiden Hannon is warming up.
That'll bring up to the plate Jonathan DeForest. Playing second base in today's ball game. That one inside for a ball, misses, and the count moves to 1-0. Second pitch of the at-bat, across for a strike. 1-1 the count here on DeForest.
Evan Britt is in the on-deck circle, so he is expected to pinch hit for Steve Froese.
That one across as well. Count moves to 1-2. One out in the inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Sigatello. That one off speed and hacked at by DeForest, fouled off towards the first base dugout. Once again, we'll have to redo this 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung on and missed by DeForest. Another strikeout for Sigatello, and it is the second out of the inning.
It is so difficult to read that pitch from that submarine arm angle, and we saw Jonathan DeForest barely foul off a pitch a couple pitches ago, and then on that one he was off balance, swinging and missing at it. So obviously it's the 5th inning and you got to make some adjustments, but it's very, very tough against a submarine pitcher like that, and Evan Britt has been officially announced into the ballgame.
So Evan Britt comes in to pinch hit here in the spot of Steve Froese. Being replaced in the game. Britt so far 200 batting average on the season, but we've seen him have a number of clutch extra base hits for the majors early on.
Yeah, he certainly has. And interesting that he is pinch hitting for Steve Froese in the 5th inning, a bit earlier than we normally see a pinch hitter, but Britt is taking the at-bat here and takes a called strike 1.
So an 0-1 count now on Evan Britt. Takes that one, hits it on the ground to third. Strong throw needed over to 1 in the dirt, picked up. And the side is retired. The majors go down in order here, and we will go to the 6th inning. The Maple Leafs out in front 6-1 here on Majors TV.
What's going on, Majors fans? Kyle Grimard here, in-game host, and you know what? There's a lot of really exciting upcoming events so far this season. The next one that we are really looking forward to is June 16th. That is Pack the Park Day in Braden. You know, talk about being at the ballpark with your dad on a Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? It's awesome. You know what? Every player wants to play in front of a big crowd. Just the overall atmosphere is great for everybody in general.
And that's what's going to happen here June 16th. Tickets are free, so make sure you visit londonmajors.com for more details. And Braden, you being here before, obviously nothing better, but the atmosphere here is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a nice sunny day outside. Nothing better than being at the ballpark on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be great. londonmajors.com for more news.
Welcome back here to Majors TV. a number of changes for the London Majors, Dylan. The first one we'll look at on the mound here, a new pitcher into the ball game as Higuera's night is done on the bump.
Yes, Juliandre Higuera pitched 5 good innings, got bit by a few unearned runs in the last one, but now pitching is Aiden Hannon, wearing the number 15. He started the game against Welland on Sunday. He went 3 2/3 innings, pitched pretty well. At third base, we now have Evan Britt, and behind the plate we have Jonathan Thibodeau. So it seems that Mike Ambrose is out of the ball game. Unsure, though.
So Thibodeau behind the plate, Britt over at third. I believe those are all the changes we have for you so far as we move into the top of the 6th inning now from Labatt Park.
No balls and 2 strikes quickly from Aiden Hannon. Good to see. He's got a good breaking ball. Let's see if he uses it.
Goes up and in on the fastball and looks like it hit off the bat there. It's for a foul ball. Count will remain at 0-2.
You saw the instant frustration there from Damon Topoli as that ball hit his bat. He was hoping he'd get hit by pitch, get on base for his team, but unfortunately that ball got got just under the barrel of the bat.
Another 0-2 pitch from him. That one fouled off to the screen. So another foul ball into the screen. Pardon me, first foul ball into the screen, but the count moves at 0-2, and we'll stay at 0-2 here. So Hannon doing a good job at throwing strikes here. The 0-2 delivery once more from Hannon. That one fouled off, and the bat is thrown from Topoli. Luckily just towards the third base coach and not into the stands, but we'll have to redo that one. It was fouled off, and the bat was thrown.
Yeah, it looks like Damon Topoli just lost the handle on that one a little bit. Maybe not enough pine tar there. He just lost the handle on it. Luckily for him, he fouled it off, but it didn't hit anyone. Landed right in front of the Maple Leafs third base coach. Everyone's okay.
Oh, 0-2 pitch here from Hannon. That one off-speed pitch and over top of Britt at third, jumping to try and make the grab. But it will be a leadoff base hit there on an 0-2 off-speed pitch by Hannon.
Yeah, good pitch by Aiden Hannon. He executed it well. Unfortunately, Damon Topoli just took it to left field, and he hit it hard right over the head of Evan Britt. So now, hopefully, you can turn a double play just like Juliandre Higuera was able to do twice in the ball game. But interesting to see what happens here.
So now a quick visit to the mound here after the 0-2 off-speed pitch was hit to left. Possibly to just go over that, calm down his right-handed pitcher. No one warming in the bullpen, so you don't think they're going to change him now.
No, not right now, as Aiden Hannon's just getting calmed down. Maybe Roop's giving him a game plan for Ryan Johnston. Now we see Braden Farrington just getting up, so he would not have been ready. He is just stretching out now and lightly tossing. But Hannon has to work to get one, hopefully 2 outs here.
Nobody out in the inning after the leadoff single. Squaring around to bunt, and a good one. Hannon will have to come up with a strong throw over to 1, a little bit high, and in time over there at 1. So he gets the out, first out of the inning on the bunt, but the runner will advance to second base here with 1 out.
Beautiful sacrifice bunt there by Ryan Johnston, and Aiden Hannon took his time to get to that ball, but he made a strong throw right to Kyle Gormandy, who just managed to stay on the bag to record the out. It was what was needed to get that out as a very fast runner in Ryan Johnston running down that line.
So now a runner stands in scoring position on second base, 1 out. And now the umpires are, I believe, going to call for a balk on Aiden Hannon. So the runner will advance to third here with 1 out. Quick to call it and immediately motioning now, but the infield will come in for the London Majors.
The fans didn't like that call, and it didn't look like Aiden Hannon made a distinct motion out there on the mound, but it was enough for a balk.
1-0 after the off-speed pitch misses in. It's hard for us to see up here as well if he made a sudden movement, but the balk is called, and now they'll have to try and cut down the runner at the plate if they can. The off-speed pitch and a swing and a miss there. The good curveball for Hannon. If he keeps it outside there, it'll be a good pitch.
Yeah, we saw it on Sunday against Welland. It was working for him. As long as he doesn't let that ball get in on the hitters, he will do a good job tonight with that curveball.
That one's a fastball on the outside part of the plate for a swing and a miss there. So now a big pitch coming here on 1 and 2 for Aiden Hannon.
Huge pitch coming up because you could hit it. You could get a ground ball, hopefully cut down the runner at home, or you could go for the strikeout.
That one on the ground. Second base picked up, and the runner will have to stay at third. DeForest makes the throw to Gormandy, and it will be the second out of the inning there. So bringing the infield in pays off for the London Majors as they're able to keep the runner at third.
Yeah, it certainly did pay off, as if Jonathan DeForest is at his normal depth there, he might allow the run to score because of how far he had to go to get that ball, but the infield was in. DeForest was right there. Gave a look to the runner at third, Damon Topoli, but eventually got it over to first base and got the second out.
2 outs in the inning now. That one is swung on and missed by Greg Carrington. So now Aiden Hannon gets up in the count 0-1. Pitch from Hannon. Goes off speed. That one low and in. Count moves to 1-1 now. Still got to be careful with the runner standing at third base. You can't let your guard down here. Even with the 9-hitter Greg Carrington at the dish. You don't want to turn it over either.
Not at all. Second leadoff man at the plate. His job is to get on base.
Slow roller over to 1. Gormley picks it up, steps on 1 for the third out of the inning. So Hannon gets out of the inning. The Maple Leafs will pick up some base runners, but they don't get any across. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Labatt. The Majors got to try and push some runs across. They trail 6. Welcome back to Majors TV coverage here on a beautiful Friday evening here at the Forks of the Thames, downtown London. As the London Majors look to try and get back into this ball game, they trail 6-1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs themselves trying to end a 4-game losing skid. Mansfield will bat now for the London Majors, and he squares around a bunt, bunts that one foul down the first baseline. Possibly trying to catch the corner infielder sleeping here. But the count will move to 0-1 on the fouled off bunt. Mansfield, as mentioned, still looking for his first hit on the young season. pitch to him. That one hit on the ground to short. Going to be a tough play. Mansfield running down the line hard. That one in time over at first base. So the first out of the inning is recorded as Jacob Mansfield grounds out to Ryan Johnson at short.
Shortstop, number 14, Phil Travis.
That'll turn the lineup over here back to the top of the order for the London Majors as Phil Trappis will get set to bat. One out in the inning. That one comes and breaks back in for a strike to get the at bat to Trappis started. Scatello still working on the mound here for the Maple Leafs. That one misses outside. Count moves to 1-1. Gets set, delivers on 1-1. That one outside to Trappis. He takes it for ball 2. Working himself into a good count here, 2-1.
Good hitters count here for a good bat.
That one goes to the screen on a swing there for Phil Trappis, and the count will move to 2-2 here. Two pitch coming. The inside part of the plate there doesn't get the call. So now a full count for Phil Trappis as he looks to try and get this inning started with one out.
Yeah, just inside on Phil there. It was still a good pitch. Almost got the corner. You got to be careful there if you're Trappis.
3-2 delivery. That one hit on the ground by Trappis. It's going to be a tough play. Trappis runs fast and just in time over there at 1. So Phil is retired for the second out of the inning, even though we got down that line pretty fast.
Yeah, with Phil's speed, Damon Topoli had to run pretty quickly over to first base. He did get there in time to get Trappis. So that'll bring up Jonathan Thibodeau for his first at-bat.
So Jonathan Thibodeau will bat now for the Majors, as mentioned. He came into the game as a replacement. Did not start. Takes that one for ball 1 to get his at-bat started.
So far this season, Jonathan Thibodeau still looking for his first hit.
That one misses, and the count moves to 2-0 now. Thibodeau just so far coming into this game 4 at-bats for him, so not a whole lot to go off of, but looking for that first hit as that one misses outside, and now the count will move to 3-0.
Justin Ciccarello, has not found the strike zone against Thibodeau, and he's been a little wild. So, if I'm the Majors, I give Thibodeau the take.
He will take, and it will miss outside, so it'll be a 4-pitch walk there to the new batter in the ball game, Thibodeau, and now the Majors will have a base runner on with 2 outs and bring up one of the better bats, if not the best in their order, Izzy Pena. Big power stick, so you got to be careful with him at the plate, and Thibodeau on first.
Yeah, and Cicatello has had Pena's number so far in this one, but it'll be interesting to see if he can hopefully get Thibodeau around the bases somehow. And obviously Thibodeau's not the fastest runner on the ball club, but there are ways to get him home, and the Majors need the runs.
First pitch to Pena. That one misses, so now 5 straight wide ones to the London Majors from Cicatello on the mound.
Still no action in the Maple Leafs bullpen out in right field.
I want to cross for a strike to Pena. Count moves to 1-1.
Pitch right down the middle there. Unfortunately, as he probably had the take sign again or on him because of how often Cicatello was missing.
That one hit on the ground over to first base. He'll take it himself. And the inning is over. So Pena grounds out to end the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll go to the 7th here from Labatt Park. The Maple Leafs still out in front, 6-1 here on Majors TV.
What's going on, Majors fans? Kyle Grimard here, in-game host, and you know what? There's a lot of really exciting upcoming events so far this season. The next one that we are really looking forward to is June 16th. That is Pack the Park Day in Braden. You know, talk about being at the ballpark with your dad on a Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? It's awesome. You know what? Every player wants to play in front of a big crowd. Just the overall atmosphere is great for everybody in general.
And that's what's going to happen here June 16th. Tickets are free, so make sure you visit londonmajors.com for more details. And Braden, you being here before, obviously nothing better, but the atmosphere here is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a nice sunny day outside. Nothing better than being at the ballpark on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be great. londonmajors.com for more news.
Welcome back to Majors TV. Dylan Baker here with you on the call for the 7th inning between the London Majors and the Toronto Maple Leafs here at Labatt Park. The Maple Leafs are leading 6-1, out-hitting the Majors 8-1. The Majors have not had a hit since the bottom of the 1st inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Majors, Braden Farrington, who is getting his first work since last weekend. Farrington nearing 100 career strikeouts. He gets his first outing at home so far this season, as he will face the Toronto Maple Leafs and the top of their order, Grant Tamain. Here's Farrington's first pitch. That's going to be a called strike, one on the inside corner. 0-1 now. Farrington wearing the white London Majors uni, blue pinstripes, blue numbers, blue hats, white logo, and the blue high socks. The 0-1 is now 0-2 after a good breaking ball from Farrington. The Maple Leafs wearing their gray pants, blue jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue helmets. The 0-2 from Farrington in the dirt. Nice block there by Jonathan Thibodeau. 1 ball, 2 strikes now is the count. Farrington gets the sign from Thibodeau, comes set, here's the pitch, on the ground, right back up the middle, that's going to be a base hit. So Grant Tamain is on base now for the power bat of Justin Mara.
Justin Mara.
Justin Mara so far in the ballgame, 2 singles and a strikeout. All of his at-bats have been against Oleandre Higuera. He gets his first AB against the Majors bullpen. Farrington looks in for the sign, has Tamain over at first, comes set. The break at the belt and the offering. That's going to be a called strike, 1 on the outside corner. Count is now 0-1 to Mara. If you're Farrington, you want to get the ball down, hopefully get a double play ball. Both teams have an error in the ballgame. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Count is now 1-1. To main at first after the single. Mara at the plate. Here's the 1-1 from Farrington. That's going to be on the outside corner. Beautiful breaking ball there. Count is now 1-2. Farrington working with nobody out. Majors are down by 5. The 1-2 from Braden. On the ground, hit hard but foul. Count will remain 1-2, and we'll do it again.
Now, Dylan, wouldn't be surprised if we see Farrington go to that off-speed pitch once more here on 1-2. It's been good for him so far.
It has. It's been really good in this at-bat and in the previous one against Tamain. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Farrington. Popped up on the infield, shallow into the outfield. Thrapis backpedaling. Now he's under it. He makes the catch. 1 away. And that'll bring up Marcus Necht.
That was a high pop up there into kind of shallow center field. Trappist was the one to go out there probably about 10 steps into center and make the catch there for the first out of the inning. And now we'll see Marcus Necht, who went deep back in the first inning, batting out for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Necht has a home run grounded into double play and reached on an error so far in the ball game. Necht has a runner at first base. Farrington looks in for the sign. Comes set. And deals. That's going to be just low. Count is 1-0. Not too sure where that ball missed, but it did. It's going to be ball 1-0 to Marcus Necht. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss on a good off-speed pitch there from Braden Farrington. 1-1.
Once again goes to that off-speed pitch there, and it's a good one when he can locate it well away from hitters. Now time's called.
Definitely is a very good off-speed pitch when he gets that pitch away. So I believe Farrington stepped off there. Here's the 1-1. Popped up, shallow left field. Pena under it. Makes the catch, 2 away now.
Good job there by Farrington and just getting underneath it, driving that one kind of to mid-length out there and left. Pena makes a nice grab as he gets underneath it for the second out here. And now Farrington will try to work his way out of this top of the 7th inning.
That'll bring up Zach Orchard, who has walked, grounded out to the pitcher, and tripled in 2 at-bats, 3 plate appearances so far in this one. Farrington comes set. Here is his first offering. Orchard lines that one into right field. It's going to get down in front of Jacob Mansfield. It's going to be a base hit. So Orchard stays hot, and now the Maple Leafs have first and second with 2 outs.
Another good hit there by Orchard, driving that one into right field. And with 2 outs now in the inning, you have to try and work out of a runner in scoring position if you're Braden Farrington on the mound.
Yeah, and if you're Farrington, one good pitch gets you out of the inning. Got to stay calm. Dana Dusky, the designated hitter at the plate. Dusky is grounded into a double play and struck out twice in this one. Farrington looks in. Gets the sign he wants from Jonathan Thibodeau. Comes set. Kicks and deals. On the ground to short. Thrapis shovels over to DeForest just in time to get Zach Orchard, and the inning is over. So 2 base runners, 2 hits, no runs here in the top of the 7th inning. It's stretch time here at Labatt Park. The Majors are down 6-1. Welcome back here to Majors Baseball on Majors TV. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Labatt Park. Majors are down 6-1 on a beautiful night for a ball game.
Absolutely, a gorgeous night here in London, and a pretty good crowd as well on hand to witness the London Majors take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Our first meeting of the year against the Maple Leafs as well, so the first time we get to see them.
Yeah, it is the first time the Majors and Maple Leafs have faced each other in this 2019 IBL season, first of several matchups. Both teams come in struggling a little bit, and they're both looking for a win here tonight. Leafs are in the lead 6-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning as Justin Cicatello is still on the mound. Here's the first pitch. That is going to be just low. 1-0 to Byron Reichstein, the Majors center fielder tonight, who was grounded out to the second baseman and popped out to the shortstop.
Byron just unable to get some good swings on the ball here against Cicatello. Unable to see if maybe he's picking up the ball wrong.
And that pitch hits him. So Byron will reach base after the hit by pitch, and then the Majors have a base runner for Cleveland Brownlee, who has grounded out to the second baseman and the third baseman in 2 trips to the plate so far.
And a good time for Cleveland to try and get himself another hit on this season. Been struggling a little bit so far, but what a good time to break out of it. Cicatello has been good on the mound so far for Toronto, and you're running out of outs to work with here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a leadoff hit by pitch here, possibly trying to see if maybe this could be the end of the line for Cicatello. Cleveland looking to try and at least push that along a little bit further.
Yeah, for sure. And if the Majors want a shot at coming back into this ball game, they should score now. There is still no action in the Maple Leafs bullpen that we can see, which is quite interesting, as Justin Cicatello must be nearing the end of his outing, as Cleveland Brownlee way ahead of that off-speed pitch. Count is now 0-1. Had a long look down to third base coach Brent Wales for the signs. On the first pitch, shorter look this time. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 to Cleveland. On the ground, hit foul into the Majors dugout. Count is now 0-2.
So now 0-2. Cleveland knows that they're probably going to keep it soft and outside on him, like they have all game long.
Yeah, and Cleveland should try to take that ball opposite field here on the 0-2 count. Coming set is Cicatello. And the 0-2. Inside. Low. Count is now 1-2. And that off-speed pitch has a ton of movement on it from Justin Cicatello, as it's really tough to get a good read on it in that submarine delivery, and with the movement he's got on it, is a very, very tough pitch to hit. Here's the 1-2 to Cleveland. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Brownlee way ahead of that one. And there's now 1 away.
And that's a pitch that they want Brownlee swinging at out there on the mound. They go soft and away, and just catching Cleveland out front of it for the strikeout in the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and Cleveland was way ahead of that off-speed pitch away from him, and he tried to reach out for it, take it the other way. Unfortunately for him, he could not, and that'll bring up Kyle Gormandy. In this ball game, Gormandy has bounced out to the pitcher and struck out in 2 trips. Gormandy looks at Cicatello, who comes set and winds, fires. That's going to be a called strike, 1 at the knees of Kyle Gormandy. 0-1 is the count.
Kyle Gormandy been swinging a good bat in the previous games, as we've mentioned here, but with a new look and new arm location here on the mound, looks like he's been struggling to get good looks.
Yeah, and it seems the whole Majors lineup has been struggling to get good looks off of Justin Cicatello, as that's a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Cicatello, a longtime IBL arm, who's played his entire IBL career with the Maple Leafs, his 7th IBL season this year. Working into the bottom of the 7th inning here. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Here's the offering to Kyle Gormandy in the dirt. He gives Byron the direction to hold, and it's 1-2 now.
So now if you're Gormandy at the plate, you have to be aware of that soft off-speed stuff and know that it's going to come with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and it's come for every other hitter in the Majors lineup, so Kyle is no exception. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike 3 at the knees, 2 away, as Gormandy did not like the call, and can't really blame him from our angle up here, Noah.
No, certainly looked like it missed just by a little bit, but A lot of times when you have that side motion and it moves a little bit, I mean, it's tough to pick up, but might have caught it just a little bit of the zone. Nonetheless, a tough strikeout there for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, very tough strikeout, and that'll be up to Jonathan DeForest to hopefully get something going with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Majors are running out of time. Here's Cicatello's first pitch. That's going to be a called strike 1. Good pitch to hit there for Jonathan DeForest. 0-1. DeForest gets the offer from Cicatello, almost hits him. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike here. Cicatello in his 7th inning of work, 6 2/3. Very good innings. 1 hit, 1 run for Cicatello. He's hit 2 batters. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a called strike 1. Another pitch with a ton of movement on it. Majors have been seeing it all game.
Seems like he's going to that off-speed pitch quite frequently now in the later part of this ball game, so almost rather have your batters sit on the off-speed pitch and hope you get it early in the count.
Yeah, for sure, especially with how much he's been using it. As that pitch misses outside, the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jonathan DeForest. DeForest in this ball game has been hit by a pitch and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Cicatello's 2-2. Fly ball right field. After it is the right fielder Necht, and he will make the grab to retire the side. So we've played 7 full at Labatt Park. Majors down 6-1. Noah Smith on the call when we come back.
What's going on, Majors fans? Kyle Grimard here, in-game host, and you know what? There's a lot of really exciting upcoming events so far this season. The next one that we are really looking forward to is June 16th. That is Pack the Park Day in Braden. You know, talk about being at the ballpark with your dad on a Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? It's awesome. You know what? Every player wants to play in front of a big crowd. Just the overall atmosphere is great for everybody in general.
And that's what's going to happen here June 16th. Tickets are free, so make sure you visit londonmajors.com for more details. And Braden, you being here before, obviously nothing better, but the atmosphere here is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a nice sunny day outside. Nothing better than being at the ballpark on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to be great. londonmajors.com for more news.
Welcome back here to Majors TV. The London Majors battling it out with the Toronto Maple Leafs as we go to the top of the 8th inning here at Labatt Park. The London Majors would just like to remind you that the next home game for your London Majors will be June the 7th. That's next Friday as the London Majors welcome Guelph to town, 7:35 first pitch. That is the next home game for the London Majors, the next game for the London Majors, and our next edition of Majors TV, where we will be covering the Majors live, is tomorrow afternoon as the Majors take the road to Guelph. That is a 1 o'clock start as the Majors make their first trip to Hastings Stadium of the season and look to take on the Royals in Guelph. Of course, that game, 1 o'clock start, will be live with that one. So join us for that one as we are here now in the top of the 8th inning, Dylan, and the Majors have a new pitcher on the mound.
They do, and it's John Fitzsimmons, a guy who was supposed to be their closer for this season, but he has not had much action as the Majors have only won 2 games, and those 2 games were very close, and one of them was a walk-off victory in 12 innings. So Fitzsimmons has not had much action so far this season, so he will look to get a couple innings, hopefully, in here against the Maple Leafs.
His first pitch missed for a ball, so count moves to 1-0. One-0 count here from Fitzsimmons. Swung on and missed there. Right through the fastball. The count moves to 1-1 here.
1-1 on Damon Toppoli, and Fitzsimmons has a very, very hard fastball. Looks like he can hit it, but it's very tough to do so.
Now a hit on the ground. Chopped over to Thrappis at short. Going to be a tough play. He bobbles it. Never got a good grip on the ball and is unable to come up and make the throw to 1. So the leadoff man will be on here in the top of the 8th inning for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, and that will be a hit for Damon Toppoli as Phil Therapis charged that ball as quickly as he could, and Therapis has speed. Unfortunately, could not make the play as he could not come up with a handle on the ball, did not get a good grip, and could not get it over to first base. So Damon Toppoli reaches for Ryan Johnston now.
So Ryan Johnson now batting. Runner on first base to lead off the top of the 8th inning.
Johnston in one at-bat, 3 plate appearances, struck out, walked, and he had a beautiful sacrifice bunt in the 6th inning.
Fastball outside part of the plate, doesn't get the call. So the count now moves to 2-0 here for Fitzsimmons. Working in his 4th inning of the season. No earned runs given up so far. 2-0 delivery. Inside for a ball. Count moves to 3-0.
If you're John Fitzsimmons, he's got to get a pitch over the plate now. He's got to get a strike because a ground ball gets you 2 outs, likely. And you've got to get some strikes in there because you cannot afford to walk Ryan Johnston and allow runners to be at first and second.
That one is there for a strike. Count will move to 3-1 here for Fitzsimmons. So 3-1 count on Ryan Johnson. Another strike there for Fitzsimmons. He works himself back into a full count here.
Great job by John Fitzsimmons working himself back into this count with 2 straight strikes. As now one pitch gets you 1 out at least. As if you can get a swing and a miss, there will be the first out.
Swung on and missed there. So battling back from 3-0 down for the strikeout, the first out of the inning here for Fitzsimmons and the Majors. We'll bring Cooper Lamb to the plate.
Lamb in 3 at-bats, struck out, flown out to Ismael Pena in left field, and grounded out to the second baseman, Jonathan DeForest. Lamb has not gotten on base in this one. He has come close, though.
Delivery swung on and missed there. Big cut, but right through the Fitzsimmons fastball. Count moves to 0-1.
Fitzsimmons again with that high-velocity fastball. Very tough to hit if you're a batter.
That one fouled off and out of play, so after falling behind 3-0, Fitzsimmons has been nothing but strikes here, 0-2 count.
It's been very good to see from John Fitzsimmons, as he's only thrown strikes, as you mentioned, Noah, after that 3-0 count.
Now 0-2 delivered. That one hit in the air, right field. Mansfield underneath it makes the grab. And the second out of the inning is recorded on the fly out to right. Another strike for Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, that is now 6 straight strikes for John Fitzsimmons after that 3-0 count, and a relatively easy play for Jacob Mansfield. And that'll bring up Greg Carrington, the Maple Leaf center fielder, who's grounded out, singled, and grounded out again, this one to the first baseman in his last at-bat.
Now 2 outs in the inning here. Runner on first base still. Fitzsimmons working. That one fouled up again. Count to 0-1 now on Carrington. 9-hitter in the order for the Maple Leafs.
The mosquitoes that swarm the netting behind the plate did not appreciate that foul ball.
Another swing and a miss there, so 0-2 count here for John Fitzsimmons.
8 straight strikes from Fitzsimmons after that 3-0 count.
0-2 pitch, swung on, miss. So Fitzsimmons grabs the strikeout there at the end of the inning. Fell behind the leadoff. The second batter in the inning, 3-0, and then comes back Dylan and throws 9 straight strikes to get himself out of the inning, and the Majors will head to the bats in the 8th.
Yeah, and John Fitzsimmons struck out Ryan Johnson after going down 3-0 and never looked back. A ton of strikes after that, and it was really good to see because he certainly needed to do that going down 3-0. All you really needed to do was get in 1 strike, and a bunch of other strikes followed for John Fitzsimmons.
So the Majors will head to the sticks. They need to get some runs across. They're running out of outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Maple Leafs still out in front, 6-1 here on Majors TV. Welcome back to Majors TV coverage of London Majors baseball. Noah Smith, Dylan, and Baker on the call. Evan Britt set to bat here to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Majors down by 5. They've got to get something going here as they are down to their final 6 outs.
First pitch up high, misses for a ball. And they have struggled all evening, to get good looks and good cuts here on the Maple Leafs pitching.
Yeah, and Justin Cicatello's done a really good job of holding the Majors lineup at bay as there's a broken bat.
Broken bat, struggle to pick it up at short, so Britt will reach on the broken bat. And it will be a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Majors.
Yeah, a broken bat base hit on what is going to be ruled a hit for Evan Britt, as that is the Majors' first hit since the very first inning of the ball game. That's how good Justin Cicatello has been, as we're just now seeing action in the Maple Leafs bullpen. And Evan Britt gets on base now for Jacob Mansfield.
So now Jacob Mansfield will bat with that leadoff man on. First pitch across for a strike to him. And if you're the Majors, no time to try and advance runners over on sacrifices. You got to get the bats going and get some hits.
Yeah, for sure. And you got to get runners on because you are down by 5 in the 8th inning. You have to get runners on. You have to get runners home. No time to be sacrificing outs and helping the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Count now 0-2 on Jacob Mansfield. Cicatello works here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Called strike 3. And Mansfield is set down on strikes for the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
Justin Cicatello has been dominant in his 7 1/3 innings of work with a ton of strikeouts in this ball game. And another one there to Jacob Mansfield. It just raises the Majors hitters there. The submarine delivery from Cicatello has been dominant. The off-speed pitches have been moving. The fastball has been lively, and it's been all around a good day for the Maple Leafs starting pitcher.
Travis now to bat as he squares around to bunt. Fouled off into the screen to move the count to 0-1.
Interesting that you have Phil Thrapis bunting, but you didn't have Jacob Mansfield bunting, as Mansfield, the number 9 hitter. Thrapis is the top of the Majors order. So maybe you want Thrapis to swing away and Mansfield to bunt, but it's too late now. One away. Runner still at first base.
That one more likely a bunt for hit, as that one's inside and hits Thrapis. So another base runner here for the Majors as Thrapis will head down to 1. Advancing 90 feet to second base now, and we have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Thibodeau.
Jonathan Thibodeau gets his second chance to swing the bat here for the London Majors. He does not have a hit this season in a Majors uniform, but there is no better time to get a base hit. Majors down 5. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. You got 2 runners on. One of them is in scoring position. It is a good time to get your first base hit as a London Major.
He's got a face-off against the ultra-tough Justin Cicatello on the mound. He's been good so far. First one across for a strike. And the count moves to 0-1.
You know, no, in my mind, the Majors have been too patient with first pitch strikes, or first pitches so far in this ballgame. That was another first pitch strike they watched come in, and they've had great opportunities to swing the bat.
It's all good to get your looks until you find yourself in a hole. Here's the 0-1. That one outside for a ball. Cicatello has been all around the plate really on those first pitches as well, so certainly being aggressive could not help, or could help. Pardon me. 1-1 the count here for Cicatello. Pitch, that one hit right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. A tough bounce over to 2. In time, they will... Oh, pardon me. And we'll see what the call is over here. There's a little bit of confusion going on.
No, I missed what happened. Was Therapis out on the original play, or?
I think they called Therapis out on the original play, but now they're going to get a little bit of a explanation down there as Brent Wales goes out to chat.
Quick chat for Brent Wales as he's back to his position in foul territory, but good hard slide from Phil Therapis, breaking up the double play, making sure that Jonathan Thibodeau gets to first base. And now you got guys at the corners with 2 outs for Izzy Pena, who is one of the better hitters in this Majors order.
Pena will look to try to get it going here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That one misses low. Count will move to 1-0. After the confusion on that last play, the Majors will have to try to do it with 2 outs here. Here's the 1-0 delivery to Pena. Across for a strike, count even at 1.
Izzy struggled in the ball game, struck out once, grounded out to the second baseman and first baseman, both very weakly, so he will look to turn things around here.
Pena drives that one into the gap out there. Diving, won't come up with the catch. It gets past the center fielder as well. Brent Wales waves home Thibodeau. The throw to the plate. Offline, the tag. Safe at the plate. So a pair of runs come across the score there on the double from Pena. And the Majors find themselves now just down 3.
Great job by Izzy Pena staying with that pitch, taking it to the opposite field. 2 runs coming to score. Jonathan Thibodeau all the way from first base. That ball just squirted past the left fielder, and a strong throw, a little off target. Justin Mara tried to dive back and get the tag down. Unfortunately for him, he could not. And now we got ourselves a ball game. Majors are only down 3, and Byron Reichstein's at the plate.
So Byron Reichstein now to the plate here for the Majors. Pena on second. Pair of runs home on that double. Cicatello still on the mound here. Action in the Maple Leafs bullpen, however, in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch to Byron across for a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Byron so far in the ball game is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, a pop out, and a ground out.
A 1 pitch inside, hits him. So another hit by pitch there. And Byron will make his way down to 1.
You know, the thing with submarine arm is that it can get wild at times. When it's wild, it's low, so it's good for the hitters. You don't get anything up near the face. But Byron just got hit for the second time in the ball game. This one at his knee once again here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Majors will take it, though, as they now have 2 base runners.
It'll bring a visit to the mound here with 2 outs and runners on first and second. For the London Majors, it is Cleveland Brownlee due up to bat. A quick visit on the mound it was.
Cleveland at the plate now in 3 prior at-bats, 2 groundouts, and a strikeout. 2 guys on base now, as Cleve will look to get 1, maybe even 2 home if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. He is looking for a breakout, and in the 8th inning, with the Majors down 3, it's a pretty good time to do it.
So Cleveland Brownlee gets set to bat here. Unable to solve Justin Cicatello so far in the ball game. Although a good time to do it with runners on and 2 out. Swings through the off-speed there for strike number 1. They've been feeding him the off-speed pitches on the outside part of the plate all game long. Cleve unable to solve it.
Seems to have been the game plan against Cleveland Brownlee so far in this one, and like you mentioned, Noah, he's been unable to hit that pitch.
0-1 delivery to Brownlee. That one hit in the air to center field. It'll drop in front. The throw will come in, but a 1 will come across to score here for the Majors. It's an RBI single for Cleveland Brownlee, and the lead is cut to 6-4.
And a clutch base hit there from Cleveland Brownlee, and now the Majors are only down 2 as a line drive up the middle got the Majors a run as Izzy Pena came around to score. Byron Reichstein at second base. Majors still maintain that runner in scoring position, which is very important. And now you also got a runner at first base in Cleveland, who is probably pretty happy after finally breaking out with an RBI single. And it looks like we will have a pitching change.
The mound visit indeed will end the night for Justin Cicatello. Works into the 8th inning. 7 2/3, and that will be the night for him. The Cleveland Brownlee RBI single will end what was a good night for Justin Cicatello. 3 runs come across the score in this inning. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base, and we're going to see the new arm.
99 pitches later, Justin Cicatello can say he had a pretty successful outing. He is still responsible for Byron over at second base and Cleveland over at first. And we are going to get a reliever. Once we get the name for you, we will mention it. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, as I'm sure a lot of the hitters in the Majors lineup will be thankful to see a reliever, as Marek Deska is the new reliever for the Toronto Maple Leafs. As Justin Cicatello did a good job of neutralizing the Majors lineup, and now Marek Deska is a fresh arm. Majors will have to get used to him, but he has an over-the-top delivery, or at least it looks like it so far through his warm-up pitches, so they won't have to deal with the sneaky submarine anymore. Deska has pitched in 3 games, started 1 of them. He's allowed 9 runs, 8 of them earned in 10 innings pitched, allowing 13 hits. So the Majors will look to get a few here, hopefully, against him, and the first guy to face him will be Kyle Gormandy, one of the Majors' hottest hitters.
Gormandy was hot coming into this game, although when he faced off against Justin Cicatello, unable to pick up the sidearm submarine motion, but with a new arm on the mound here, possibly will try to get his bat going again here. 2 outs, though, in the inning, and a pair of runners on base here for the London Majors.
Gormandy so far in the ball game has 2 strikeouts and a ground out to the pitcher. He's got a great shot to get an extra base hit here, hopefully, and get a run home.
So Kyle Gormandy set to face off against the new arm in the ball game, Marek Deska, for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs already across for the London Majors.
Gormandy has plenty of extra base hits on his resume. He will look to do the same here.
First pitch outside for a ball here to Kyle Gormandy. 1-0 the count. 1-0 delivery to Gormandy. Across for a strike. Count evens itself up at 1-1.
Gormandy, a very patient hitter. He will wait for his pitch right now, as he knows he has a great RBI spot and he does not want to mess this up.
1-1 delivery here. That one misses low. Count moves to 2-1 now. So Desco misses twice now to Gormandy. 2-1 delivery, 2 out. Gormandy fouls that one off. And still they'll have to work here with a 2-2 count.
Huge pitch coming up here to Kyle Gormandy as it is a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Byron's in scoring position. Cleveland's over at first base. You get a ball deep enough into the gap, maybe Cleveland can come around to score. Obviously not the fastest guy. Big pitch coming up. Gormandy has to realize that and not swing a junk out of the zone.
2-2 pitch from Desca. That one hit on the ground to shortstop. He'll step on second base for the out. So the Majors inning will end there. They do pick up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and we'll go to the 9th with the Maple Leafs out in front. 6-4 here on Majors TV. Welcome back to Majors TV here from Labatt Park. We go to the 9th inning. The Majors picked up 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a ball game now. 6-4, the Maple Leafs lead. They have the top of the order due up. Grant to Maine, Justin Mara, Marcus Neck. Still out on the mound there for the London Majors is John Fitzsimmons. The out-of-town scoreboard, we have a final from Hamilton. The Cardinals 4-1 over the Welland Jackfish. As Fitzsimmons works ahead here, 0-2 on Grant to Maine.
Interesting to see how Fitzsimmons does in this inning. He had to sit for a while with the Majors rally in the bottom of the 8th, but he's looking sharp so far.
0-2, that one on the ground. Britt at third has to come up with a strong throw. In the dirt, unable to pick it is Kyle Gormandy, so it'll be a leadoff base runner for the Maple Leafs in the top of the 9th.
Tough play there for Evan Britt. Had to make a strong throw across the diamond. Unfortunately, Kyle Gormandy could not pick it, got under his glove, and now the Maple Leafs have a run at first base.
So Justin Morrow will bat now for Toronto. They're looking to try and find some insurance runs themselves. 6-4 the score here in the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch. That one across for a strike on Mara. 0-1.
Will be ruled an error on third baseman Evan Britt that allowed Grant to Maine to get on base.
0-1 pitch. Outside. Fitzsimmons misses, and it goes to 1-1 now. A dangerous part of the order for Toronto. Marcus next stands on deck here. That one misses outside, and the count moves to 2-1.
Fitzsimmons, obviously not really a ground ball pitcher, more of a power guy with a lively fastball. But if you get a fastball down in the zone, maybe you get Justin Mara to roll one over and hopefully get a double play ball.
2-1 delivery. Just outside. And that one misses for ball 3. So a 3-1 count now for John Fitzsimmons on Justin Mara. That one across for a strike. And now the count will move to 3-2.
No, do you start the runner if you're the Maple Leafs with 3-2, nobody out?
Wouldn't be a bad decision. We'll see what they do here. He stays. That one hit up the middle by Mara. Hard hit line drive is a base hit on 3-2, and now the Maple Leafs have a pair of runners on base here. Nobody out to start the 9th.
Yeah, one of the things that's tough with a hard-throwing righty like John Fitzsimmons, if someone gets a hold of a ball, it's going to be hit hard, and it usually goes a long way. Luckily for Fitzsimmons and the Majors there, it did not go a long way, but John Fitzsimmons had to duck out of the way of that one. Good reflexes there on the mound for the big righty.
We'll see what happens here now for the Majors. No one warm in the bullpen, so this is John Fitzsimmons' game to get out of the 9th. Delivery across for a strike. 0-1 now on Marcus Necht.
Necht hit the home run in the first inning, since grounded into a double play, reached out an air and popped out to Izzy Pena.
That one fouled off and will get out of play. Moves the count to 0-2 here on Necht for John Fitzsimmons. So now Fitzsimmons has himself an 0-2 count on the number 3 hitter in the order for Toronto. Big pitch coming here for John Fitzsimmons. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed for a strikeout. It's a strikeout for Fitzsimmons, the first out of the inning. And now a double play ball can get you out of the inning.
Yeah, a huge strikeout there for Fitzsimmons. And as you mentioned, no, a double play ball gets you out of the inning. Fitzsimmons, not necessarily a ground ball pitcher, but he can get you to roll one over every once in a while, and that could be your inning-ending double play. It's important that Fitzsimmons focuses on getting one out, not necessarily trying to keep the ball in the zone to force a double play, because that is not necessarily his strength.
Power pitcher fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 0-1 the count now on Zach Orchard. Cleanup man for Toronto in tonight's ball game. Here's the 0-1. Goes with it on the inside part of the plate. 0-2 now for Fitzsimmons. And Dylan, we see when Fitzsimmons gets into these grooves, he throws a lot of strikes.
He certainly does, and we saw it last inning, and hopefully for the Majors he can go into one of those grooves right now and throw some more strikes, as he needs to throw some to get out of this inning.
0-2 count now. Here's the pitch. That one low. And it goes to 1-2 here. Fitzsimmons last inning allowed the leadoff runner to reach and then went 3-0 to the next batter before he threw 9 straight strikes to get out of it. He's got a pair of runners on base and 1 out here. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off. Gormady running it down near the fence. Makes the grab right in front of the seats over there for the second out of the inning.
Kyle Gormady understood how important it was to make that play. As now you got 2 outs, and now one good pitch gets you out of the inning, because Gormady ran over in foul territory and made the play up against the wall. Huge play there by Kyle Gormandy, understanding the situation, understanding that Fitzsimmons needed an out, and you might not get that opportunity back, so a great job by Kyle Gormandy making that play.
Two outs now in the inning as Fitzsimmons tries to get the Majors back in on the bats. Here's the delivery. First pitch misses for a ball. So the count will move to 1-0 now on Dana Dusky for the Toronto Maple Leafs. One-0 from Fitzsimmons. That one hit on the ground to short. Trappist shovels it over to second. Third out of the inning. The Majors will head to the bats here. They got 3 chances to try and push some runs across. They trail 6-4 here. Bottom of the ninth. Coming up when we return on Majors TV. Welcome back to Majors TV, London Majors Baseball. We got a good one heading to the bottom of the ninth inning, and the Majors looking to tie this ball game. Jonathan DeForest will lead things off here for us in the bottom of the ninth inning. Same arm still out there for the Maple Leafs. First pitch, cross for a strike to start the at-bat against DeForest.
It is the same arm out there. Noah Merrick Deska got out of the 8th inning, and he'll face Jonathan DeForest.
That one misses to DeForest. 1-1 the count.
DeForest in the ballgame has been hit by a pitch, struck out, and flown out.
1-1 is fouled by DeForest, so now it moves to 1-2 here, and JD's got to try and do his best to get on base here to start the bottom of the ninth inning.
Merrick Deska has thrown a lot of off-speed pitches so far in his short outing. A lot of them have fooled Majors hitters quite a bit.
1-2. That one hit on the ground. It gets past the first baseman. DeForest will be on to lead off the bottom of the ninth.
Solid contact there from Jonathan DeForest, an absolute rocket down the first baseline. Unfortunately for the Maple Leafs, the first baseman, Damon Toppoli, could not make the play. And now you've got the speedy Jonathan DeForest over at first base for one of your most clutch hitters, Evan Britt, as that play is going to be ruled an error on the first baseman, Toppoli.
Hard hit ball by DeForest. But he's on to lead things off here in the bottom of the ninth, and Evan Britt will bat. Britt gets underneath one to right. It's going to be caught by the right fielder for the first out of the inning, so Britt swings at the first one and flies out to right.
Now what you would have wanted if you're the London Majors and Evan Britt, but that'll bring up Jacob Mansfield, who is 0 for 3 in the ballgame.
So now Jacob Mansfield will bat here, 1 out, runner on first. Mansfield has to try and reach base here, base hit. Just push the line along. Mansfield drives that one in the air to right. Down the line and foul. He gave it a ride, but hooked it just a little bit too much, and it will go down as a long strike.
Talk about a little bit. That was a foot away from the line, maybe, as Mansfield absolutely crushed it into the right field corner. Unfortunately, it was a foul ball, so now it's 0-1. Mansfield is the tying run.
Oh, 1 now to Mansfield. That one upstairs, outside for a ball. Count will move to 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, miss. And it moves to 1-2 now on Mansfield.
Good cut there by Jacob Mansfield. A big swing, looking to do the same thing he did on the first pitch, maybe get it fair. And now with 2 strikes, you can't be trying to do that. You've got to protect the plate, hopefully get a ball into the outfield to get yourself on and get DeForest to second base, but you got to make contact here.
Makes contact there, but fouls it off into the screen. Count will remain at 1-2 here on Mansfield. Deska continues to work here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Came in to work in the bottom of the 8th. Here's his 1-2 delivery to Mansfield. Fouled off again into the screen.
Great at-bat here for Jacob Mansfield. Still doesn't have a hit as a major, if I'm not mistaken, Noah, and he is certainly putting together a really good at-bat against Marek Deska.
One out, DeForest stands on first base. And now time called at home plate. So we'll have to wait before we get to this 1-2.
Huge pitch coming up. 1-2. 1 out. Runner at first base. Mansfield at the plate. So I believe it was Jacob who called time. And now they'll go again.
The 1-2. Fouled off once more. So the battle continues at the plate here. Mansfield keeps fouling off the 1-2 pitch. Deska grabs his sign, delivers to Mansfield inside on the off-speed pitch, and the count will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good job by Mansfield, who has been pretty aggressive so far in this at-bat, trying to fight everything off. Did not go after that pitch in the dirt. Very smart move by Jacob.
2-2. Goes outside with the soft stuff. It misses, and now it's a full count to Jacob Mansfield. The top of the order for the Majors stands on deck, Phil Trappis. They would love to turn things over here. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Mansfield. Fouled off again, so the battle continues at the plate.
Jacob Mansfield has been super impressive in this at-bat, fouling everything off, everything that's close off, and he has been really, really good making Marek Deska work.
Pitch once again fouled off. So you talk about good battles at the plate, and this is exactly what you would think about. Mansfield keeps on taking pitches and just fouling them off until he gets one that he likes. We'll have to redo the 3-2. Deska delivers on 3-2. Mansfield drives it up the middle. It's a base hit. DeForest will stay at second, and Jacob Mansfield picks a perfect time to come through with his first hit of the season here in the bottom of the 9th.
Huge at-bat there for Jacob Mansfield. A line drive right back up the middle for a base hit. The outfield was playing deep and no doubles defense, making sure that nothing would get past them, allowing the possibility of Jonathan DeForest coming in to score from first base. So a great job by Jacob Mansfield, rocketing one back up the middle. And I said first hit as a Major would have been his first hit of the season, as you mentioned, Noah. It was his first hit of the season. And now the Majors have runners at first and second for the top of the order with only one away. And the speedy Phil Therapis at the plate.
Talk about a good at-bat as well there for Mansfield. Drove the first one just foul and then continued to battle the entire at-bat, fouling off pitch after pitch before he drove one up the middle. And one of the best at-bats you've seen all night here for the Majors comes in the bottom of the ninth.
Definitely great at-bat there by Jacob Mansfield. Third baseman playing in, expecting a bunt. Therapis doesn't square.
First pitch to Therapis was across for a strike. He bats here, as mentioned. Runners on first and second, one out. Bottom of the ninth inning. Here's the pitch from Deska. That one outside on the off-speed pitch. Count will move to 1-1 now.
Deska likes that off-speed pitch. He's been using it a lot here in this ninth inning.
A 1-1 pitch here coming from Deska. That one fouled off by Therapis. So the count will move to 1-2 now.
Another off-speed pitch there from Merrick Deska. Good job by Phil fouling it off. Now 1-2. You can't chase anything out of the zone here if you're Phil Therapis.
Top of the Majors order here is Phil Therapis. That one outside, just missing. Deska doesn't get the call, and it goes to a 2-2 count.
Therapis, a very good hitter at the plate.
Here's the pitch. Outside, now a 3-2 count to Phil Therapis. So now a big 3-2 pitch coming. Merrick Deska on the mound working in the bottom of the ninth inning. Phil Therapis at the plate with runners on first and second. Here's the pitch to him. That one fouled off, so we'll have to redo the 3-2.
Another great battle there by a Majors hitter. Phil Therapis, a great at-bat. No action in the Toronto bullpen. So Merrick Deska is going to be allowed to finish this inning off.
Deska, an IBL veteran, been with the Maple Leafs since 2010. Here's his 3-2 pitch. Rung up Phil Therapis on a pitch that looked out of the strike zone. It will be a strikeout for Deska and the second out of the inning.
That's got to be frustrating if you're Phil Therapis. Such a big spot. You thought you had ball 4 and you would get to first base. Unfortunately, he was rung up for a called strike 3. And now here's Jonathan Thibodeau, who grounded into a fielder's choice last time and scored a run.
So now the Majors will have to try to complete their rally with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth inning. Jonathan Thibodeau takes strike 1. So the count will move to 0-1 now.
Thibodeau in a big spot. Majors only 5 hits in the ballgame.
Thibodeau hits that one in the air to center. Track down in center field, and the ball game is over. The rally comes up short for the London Majors. They will strand a pair of runners on base here in the bottom of the ninth inning, but the Toronto Maple Leafs will hold on and win this ball game in the ninth inning. Final score 6-4. The London Majors, Dylan, the comeback coming up short once again late in the ball game.
Yeah, and it's something we've seen far too often so far this season is the Majors have come back with too little too late. The offense has been good, but it's only been good late in ball games as they have struggled early on to get runs on the board, and that's led to a lot of their losses so far this season.
So the London Majors lose this one. Unfortunately, they pick up 4 runs. They score 1 in the first and 3 in the bottom of the 8th. That will be all they get. The Maple Leafs pick up 3 in the first and 3 in the 6th inning there. Those are their 6 runs. They had 12 hits in the ball game, Dylan, and quite the night for London. Rube talked about it before the game as well. They need to make sure that they're getting the bats started early. Another late comeback starting in the game.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't keep having that throughout the year. The offense needs to get on the board early. Otherwise, they're not going to win any ball games, and we've seen it so far this year. They have not won very many games, only won 2 of their 8. And if they can get on the board early, this team has a serious shot at winning a lot of ball games. But right now, it's not happening, and they need it to get going if they want to win some more games.
Just getting things started a little bit earlier. We talked with Roop about it as well, and they all agree. Just get things started earlier. Play a complete 9 innings. They've been struggling to do that so far. They struggle to do the same here tonight, although a 6-4 score on a Friday night, not the worst way to start a weekend. They'll try to get back to it tomorrow in Guelph.
Yeah, not a terrible way to start the weekend. Julian Triguero was very good on the mound. A rough 6th inning with a few errors is what cost him, and what cost the Majors so far throughout the ballgame in this one. And not a bad way to start the weekend, Noah. Only losing by 2, but they'll look to get back to it against Guelph, who they beat last week. They'll look to repeat the same success tomorrow.
So the London Majors back at it tomorrow, 1 o'clock start in Guelph. If you can't make the road trip down to Guelph, join us here on Majors TV. Coverage starts at 1 o'clock for the Guelph Royals London Majors game, and then again on Sunday, Dylan Baker will be on the call Sunday as well as the Majors take on the Panthers at Jack Couch Park in Kitchener. From all of us here, we thank you for watching, and we wish you a good evening from Labatt Park.